In the sky, it's a bird, it's a plane. Flying high, I emerge through the flames. Have no fear, I'm here, so stand back. Melanin activate, the name is super black. In the sky, it's a bird, it's a plane. Flying high, I emerge through the flames. Have no fear, I'm here, so stand back. Melanin activate, the name is super black. Imagine that, a future that's super black. Long as your skin brown, your superpowers intact. What would your powers be? Just hope it ain't super whack. Spatial manipulation, create a portal that's black. Maybe just super speed, time travel to run it back. Or cheat manipulation to keep my spirit intact. As I encounter evils the world face, demons the world makes, I'm needed the world at stake. Rest in peace to Chadwick, they killed all the Black Panthers. Told us white lies, I still marvel at black answers. Suits in DC, pray it lead to a civil war. It ain't no Justice League, what's the need to be civil for? Propelled like the juggernaut, it's clear ain't no stopping this. The world in grave danger, who can stop the apocalypse? They killed all the heroes, the new ones don't really care. But if you need me, put your fist up in the air. Yeah, in the sky, it's a bird, it's a plane. Flying high, I emerge through the flames. Have no fear, I'm here, so stand back. Melanin activate, the name is super black. In the sky, it's a bird, it's a plane. Flying high, I emerge through the flames. Have no fear, I'm here, so stand back. Melanin activate, the name is super black.
Hey, we're back. It's another episode of Blurred's Eye View. I hope you're enjoying yourself while we were gone. But if you haven't, that's why we here. Thank you for tuning in. I'm your man on the wall, Chris Fury. Thank you for tuning in to Blurred's Eye View. We have got a great show tonight. We are talking about Spider-Man across the Spider-Verse, because why the hell not? You're going to love what we got going in store for you. We got a lot of theories. We got a lot of Easter eggs. Good Lord, this thing was packed with Easter eggs. But before we get started, I couldn't do this without the squad. Now, I'm going to show you. First off, I'm going to show you off with Lainey, who's our horror writer of blurred'seyeview.org. What's going on, Lainey?
What's up? What's up? How you doing?
No scrolls, no Transformers, no Decepticons.
That is because finally this week I said, you know what? I'm just going to put it on my Wi-Fi on my phone. I was like, whatever. I'm over it.
The hell with these Jersey games. She not
I mean, if I brought in Transformers, that would be hope. That would be
hey, tune in Thursday.
Get that money, so let's go.
Tune in Thursday. We talking about Transformers on Thursday night. So we breaking it down. Look, June has been feeding us a crap ton of movies, and it's not even.
Does not give a shit about my wallet. Like, for real.
Yo, Cinemark, I've burned through all my passes. I'm like,
June does not give a shit about my wallet.
They have not lit up. Oh my God. Oh my God. They have not shown any favor with us at all, man. But we go keep.
But it's been mostly good, so I'm not gonna complain.
Oh yeah, definitely. I haven't not had a bad moment. Let's put it that way. Our very own computer of the ship, Cinematic Assassin, will be watching. What's going on? Look,
I need y'all to understand. This is love. I don't do this for nobody. I don't do this for nobody but my mama. Just gotta get camera ready. But I'm still on CP time a little bit. So
I mean, we're CP, so I mean,
cowardly line with it.
Not the Eartha Kid. Not the Eartha Kid. Yo, normally this wouldn't be right. Hold on, because I know we're gonna get it. First lady of the ship, Lady Mandalore. Look, she was just like, good Lord.
Hello. Good Jesus.
Look,
hi,
lady, I'm gonna put it like this. Lady Mandalore, and I love her to death. She's an amazing person. I love how I take her timing as our backs is against the wall. We low on bullets, and she come bearing through. She's like, I told you some bitches, I got your back.
Who want what with who?
Right.
Even a Rough Riders.
There it is. I'm like, I'm always the one to say, don't worry, she's coming. When's she coming?
I'm gonna show up. I'm gonna show up. It's all I gotta get through some shit. That's all.
Bank robbery, getaway driver, one that's holding the clip. It's She's the one. Oh man,
I had to drop some folks off. That's all.
there you go. Oh man, Black Spartan is in the building. He was back there. He was like, I can't believe this. It wasn't the cinematic assassin. It was all of us that got him this time.
I just sat there and just said, Kira said she had to drop off some people. I was like, and mute. I do not know you. I do not know you. Frank caller. I do not know you.
This is not what we signed up for. I would say how's everybody's week, but we've all been seeing the same thing. So it's like getting stuff blown out of the water. Everything is under the sun. To honor today's momentous occasion. Wait, hold on. Well, I'll be damned.
Snuck in the back door.
Look, right through the portal. All right, let's go. We got to party now, people.
I'm just wondering who won the Super Bowl.
You wonder who won the Super Bowl?
What was it? The Browns? Kira, did the Browns win the Super Bowl?
Lord,
yeah, they took the Browns to the Super Bowl. Yeah,
was it the Browns? To the Super Bowl?
Y'all are wrong. Y'all are nasty.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all nasty.
We were all,
what up, Will? What up, Black? What up, lady? What's good?
What up?
Lord.
What is going on, fam?
You know
Man, look at all these beautiful people over
This is
here.
the family
Yes.
right here. This is the absolute family all
I
day
feel like
long.
I'm in the Brady Bunch opening theme, like.
Nice. Nice.
As Lady Mandalore has coined it, the League of Extraordinary Blurs, and I've got to run with that one.
Oh hell
Yes.
yeah!
Oh,
Let's go.
Yes.
Wait, don't play that.
Let's go.
I love that one.
That's going on shirts and everything. I see you next. I'm like, here's your shirt, bro.
I'll be the invisible blurred. All you see is a beard and goggles. That's all you see.
Yo, your face is very marketable, Navy. Like that would sell shirts automatically.
See,
I want to be
like,
I want to be the loose cannon.
The loose
cannon. Yeah, the one they send in like Knicks, don't kill everybody. Yeah. All right.
Yeah, sure.
You know what I'm gonna do. You know what
I was gonna call you Rocket and everything. I really was about to call you Rocket.
I was like, that to me is sure.
It's the job done.
I'm not gonna kill nobody.
Oh man. It has been a great month for movies.
We have been being fed really well.
Yes, we have
really well.
I'm really gonna need Regal to start taking EBT because this shit is hurting my pockets, bro.
Man,
it ain't this much money in the world. I swear to God, it was like I
and it's not over yet.
Nope. Just started.
I'm looking at the bank account. I'm like, yeah, we can get away with 2-3 more. Yeah, okay.
Movies are looking at us like y'all gonna come. Y'all gonna come. Just
we ain't fighting it. It's just like
DoorDashing has a whole new meaning right now, boy. You that hustle's legit. Here, thank you very much. A tip, maybe. A tip, maybe. I brought your kid pizza.
Like tip this.
Here's a tip for you. Give me money or I'll take your food.
Oh my God. We got a lot of news. Unfortunately, I got to start off with a little bad. Just a little bad. Our very own Prince Neymar Tanak Huerta was accused of sexual allegations by a Latin saxophonist. He's actually answered those allegations. This seems to be a trend. Mm-hmm. Is it me?
No.
Okay, no. I'm like,
it's time a man of color is making moves.
Yeah,
is Marvel hiring actual villains this time?
This is a little insane. I'm getting a little concerned. I'm reading out the Ezra Miller playbook.
Kevin Feige every time he opens up the paper, like, God, just one day. One
of them times he takes off his hat. He's just like, son of a bitch.
All I gotta say is, whoever they cast Dr. Doom, nigga, you better be careful.
You better.
Whoever they cast Dr. Doom, they gonna have a full on conference. Like, look,
24-hour surveillance.
You
give me your phone.
That is going to be real.
Look, Tom Holland sitting there like,
It ain't me.
Glad it wasn't me.
Just imagine that round table. I was worried about him. He ain't done.
He ain't stupid. He ain't gonna do nothing losing there.
Nah.
He said, I remember
baby. Baby.
He's on.
We already know anybody anyone melanated is going to be targeted because there's a threat out there against anybody who is talented and melanated, and black folk is running roughshod over the industry and doing it with grace and dignity and making it look good. We're talking blinging out. It's like, here's a script for you. It's a blockbuster. You better get my royalties, or Ray Ray and JoJo gonna come after your monkey ass.
Speaking of melanation and over doing the most, shout out to Tyler Perry for buying BET and VH1.
We black on.
Oh wait, I'm sorry. A double down?
Yeah, double down. He was like, he's like, you know what?
Throw that in there.
Throw that one right on.
That's how you know you made it. That's how you know you made it in life. You could buy two media networks, two of the biggest ones under the MTV umbrella. And you said, I'll write the check.
Now, see, he already has 2 of the Infinity Stones. Eventually, he's going to and have all of Viacom.
I got to make a face off with him in the mouse. Damn it.
Nah, his gauntlet is the wig from Medea, so he just each one is like a hairpin. Each one's a hairpin. He's putting up
that whole Thanos line. Fine.
Hey, listen.
Just take a whole new meeting.
I want to say real quick, Mr. Perry. If there's any videos you find of me making fun of your wigs or various
it does not review the views
various shows, I just want to say that that was a deep fake. It was not me.
That AI is something else. I tell you.
In Jesus' name, amen.
To add to that effect,
that's not like you need to scrub your shit. That's what it sounds like.
No, to add to that effect, I may have said some off-color things about you in the past. I was going through something at the time, and I was getting therapy. So
our cousin Nick has a gluten allergy. You know,
yeah,
DC,
you know what
they
I'm saying?
had the same kind of gluten allergy.
Nah, I'm old. I don't give a damn.
Mercury's in retrograde.
I said what I said about Shamar Moore's wig. Come on, Tyler.
Okay, so Shamar Moore's wig aside,
he redeemed himself in SWAT. Now he redeemed himself. You know.
Yeah. Superman and Lois has been renewed for a 4th season, 10-episode run. So I'm thinking that they're going to try to wrap this thing up, on CW, because CW is basically just wiping away all the DC stuff, period. They're trying to go a different direction. And we knew this. Nexstar was buying them back in the fall. The deal finally fell through or went through. Yeah. And they're just...
No, you had it right the first time.
It fell through.
I mean, they got a hell of a deal, but... We got them for how much?
Yeah, but see, here's the thing, and we talked about it back then in the fall, that CW doesn't make money. It just doesn't. It's not a network like BET or HBO for that matter. It's a cable act, not even cable access. It's a local network station. They're not in the business for making money. They just re-air stuff. Like they have some original programming, but how many seasons of whose line is it anyway can you watch?
All of them.
This is true.
No, you can't.
If Colin is involved and Wayne Brady is still involved, I think you can get away with it. But I'm glad, like, this is one of those CW shows. Superman and Lois is one of those shows that it's well written. It's well done. It's really that CGI aside, because like I said, it's a network. It's not that type of network. And like once you get past that, you're just like, no, this story is actually good. Like they're doing it, and they make it work.
That first season was bonkers.
Oh my god.
I gotta watch the show.
I do too.
It's very much. There's it's very much. They really walk away from the rest of the Arrowverse and the Flash universe. They really do.
Made us care about Bruno Mannheim.
For real.
Made us care.
Seriously.
You made us care about a character that's hated.
I'm like, damn, he's not that bad of a dude. If he has a reason what he's doing. I'm like,
yeah, we can say the same about a greeter at Walmart. Yeah, he's not a bad dude. He has a job to do. You got your coupon, you got your receipt.
I mean,
The words of Miss Kiki
For me,
Palmer.
it was residual
I do not know
feelings
this
from his
man.
character he played on All American.
I mean, it's a testament to the actor, but I mean, he played the hell out of that role.
Yeah,
he really did.
He really did.
He
you know?
did.
I'm like, you've redeemed yourself after being on Walking Dead. Thank you very much.
Well, to me, he redeemed himself from All American because he gave a tear.
Yeah, All American. He was good on All American.
God, yeah.
Like damn, not again.
The man, this is acting. This man is acting.
Yeah.
James Gunn confirmed on Michael Rosenbaum's Inside of You. Yes, that's the name of Michael Rosenbaum's podcast.
Love it.
It's actually a great. It's a great show.
podcast. Got me in the podcast.
Yeah,
I'm sorry, it's called what?
Inside.
I was waiting for Will.
That's why I said it. I'm
Here
like,
we go.
That's what it's called.
I'm gonna say nothing, but here we go.
It's called Inside. It's called Inside of You with Michael Rosenbaum. It's a play on words, but when you watch it, like because of his connections to people in Hollywood, he has some great interviews.
He does.
Great interviews. You know, Nathan Fillion's been on, Tom Welling's been on. All that talk about Smallville being restarted or continued in some form, that started from that podcast. Like people, they want this, you know.
Can I say that podcasts with celebrities, honestly, they're good because they've got these top-notch people on.
Yeah.
And that's their thing. And that's probably why I don't want to listen to them, because I see you on the screen. I see you all over the place. Why I want to hear your in-depth thoughts? No. You want to hear mine? Yeah, I'll tell you how I like chocolate. I'll tell you how I like anime. You want to hear it? No? Then I'm leaving. Bye.
Montel, do you like chocolate?
Not only do I
Stop
like
it!
chocolate.
Stop it! Stop it!
The children are watching. No.
The children like chocolate too.
Oh Lord.
Jesus.
The
All
viewers.
right, now we're heading into some Ezra territory. Relax.
70%, baby. 70%.
Stop it.
Oh, boo boo.
Have you ever had
Looks like we got
100%
another
dark
big
chocolate
investment.
before? Have you ever had 100% before?
Tastes like tree.
Man, your face will implode. Okay,
It does. It makes
it's like
it
bark
gets- it
spelled
does-
backwards.
does-
It's like
it-
crab.
It do like this.
Oh god.
It tastes like wilderness.
You get the stank face, you eat 100%.
Dark chocolate tastes like the Middle Passage.
The middle.
Yeah. There you go.
I am mad at that.
Yeah.
I can't do it.
Oh my god.
Come on, man. Really?
It's
Really?
Slavery.
the middle path. Here, have some of this. I don't want it. You
I mean,
want
he
to
could have said
survive?
that Pharaoh, but he took it back.
You know what?
Trail of tears.
Okay, I'm probably amongst the. I'm amongst the camp of people who love the movie Tropic Thunder.
Yes.
Mhm.
Let's talk about it.
But those deleted scenes that never made it with Robert Downey Jr. are absolutely hilarious.
I got a pee-pee. You want to hold my dick?
I mean, he goes in that like, and I don't mean deleted scenes from when they were out there on the set. I mean like his character Lazarus behind the scenes. Like I'm like, that's commentary. All of that is commentary.
The chakra part, man, chakra's all messed up.
The chakra.
He
goes in. He was like, see, right here in this dark circle. I'm like, this dude went in. It's hilarious. I'm like, there's more of these. I'm like, please give me that.
That should have been included at least at the end of the movie, just to have that would have been just comedy.
I'm not in character until after the commentary drops. You know?
I need a re-release on Blu-ray with like full deleted scenes, commentary, the whole 9 yards.
I want to see them damn bloopers. I'm sorry. Because I know.
Oh, you know we cut up in there.
I can always just see Tom Cruise's character. We are Flame Dragon. He's like, okay, Flame Dragon. How do you keep a straight face after you just sit there saying, "Go fuck yourselves"? I was like, I would be cracking up laughing, and I'm on set.
It's honestly for me personally, it's up there with Blazing Saddles. It's just one of those movies.
Yes.
That it's offensive, but it's funny as hell because who isn't getting made fun of? It's there. It's right there.
Not that
But as we said before on this exact show, ain't no fucking way.
No, they couldn't do it.
No, not now.
2023,
Especially
24, 25, 26.
Women, white women at every Karen gets offended.
I can't believe this. I'm like, better believe it. For those who are just now discovering it, I can't believe. Sit down. Stay out of grown folks' business.
History will really mess them up.
You're gonna get that Black Dynamite line. What did you want me to take you back to Crenshaw Pete and beat you with the clothes hangers? No.
Oh, it's hot ass hangers. How about that? Just the whole
that whole line. You don't want that line. James Gunn confirms that Blue Beetle is his first DCU character, and we kind of called this a little bit a while back, but he confirmed it on Michael Rosenbaum's podcast, which means he survived the purge. He survived the entire purge. He's part of the DCU.
Make up your mind, James, please.
James he said it. He said,
"Thank you, Nick.
I'm okay with
it. The man's been through enough.
He's seen it. He loved what he's seen. You know, he also wasn't sure himself because he's not hands-on with the filmmaking process of that one, that if it was going to be a part of, and I think he had to wait till he got hey, I want that. It can work in my universe.
I think there's some legality in that. I'm sorry. Hear what you said.
I think of all the movies, that is the one that had the least amount of reshoots. It has had no trouble whatsoever and the most under wraps. Yeah. That movie was going to be in the DCU, like you were about. I think what you were about to say, Will. He had to shut the fuck up. He just couldn't say anything.
Yeah,
that's it.
I mean, it still had these Warner Brothers executive prints all over it. So it's like you kind of have to wait. You have to wait for the previous tenants to leave before you can clear out the house. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, who left the ring in the bathtub? Get rid of that.
It's like going to a house of hoarders and realizing how many piss bottles could you have actually had in this house before you realize you got to take it.
Not the piss bottles.
I mean, that was the house that Warner Brothers built.
Shout out to Amazon drivers all over the United States.
God. For all the boys out there in the black top driving in the night.
And what we kind of knew was going to happen. Marvel a lot of films are being delayed right now. We know that. This is really not for those who are new and wasn't there for the 2007 writer strike. The news you're about to receive, and we've said it several times, this really ain't news for us veterans here. This
first time
we are seeing history repeat itself again.
That's a fact.
Yeah. So the
writer strike ruined one of the best fucking shows in the world.
Rest in peace, heroes.
Never recovered.
That's all. Never recovered. Even the reboot, it never recovered. But Marvel is delaying Avengers 5 and 6. Deadpool's getting pushed back 6 months. Fantastic Four, Blade, is several movies that's getting pushed back. We knew this. There was no way possible with the strike going on right now. There was no way possible that they could turn around and say, okay, strike's over, deal has been made, everything's finished, we can move forward. Because you're still now you're rushing.
Pretty much.
Between rewrites, reshoots, whatever.
Riri Williams. Yeah.
So unless it's done already, we said it before. Unless it's done already, it ain't getting done. Just
stay in shape and just
take your weekly release of Secret Invasion next week. Take that. They clone Tyrone. I wish they would quit. Just drop that damn movie already on Netflix, please.
Weird.
They've been talking about it for months, and I'm like, can you just drop the movie already?
Isn't it this month?
It's next. It's literally next week. It's next week.
Yeah.
Is it next month or this next week?
Well, actually, I think you might be. I'm sorry. I'm thinking of a different movie. You're next week. You're right, Chris.
Yeah. The 21st.
I'm just like, same day as Secret Invasion.
Yep.
Fuck.
We're staying indoors.
And speaking of Secret Invasion, anybody go to the secret website?
Yes, I
actually showed it. I didn't show it live. Sorry.
Thank you. Thank you, Jordan the Stallion, for the password.
Yo, that was on
Jordan the
point.
Stallion
Thank you,
is the
sir.
absolute man.
That man needs protected at all times.
Come here. Let me tell you something. And I'm just like, I'm listening, bro. I'm listening. Whatever you got, I'm listening.
He looked like anybody else when he does until he
Come here,
speaks.
get
You
close.
see nothing
Not
but
that close.
knowledge
Back
come
up.
out of him.
How you say it? He said it's not like I'm gonna put my glasses on and tell you the password. I'm like, yo, I got you, my guy. Got you.
Yo, I
I'm
screenshotted
just
Joker
like-
like, yeah, I'm not gonna forget the password either.
That man knows too much.
Yeah.
No. He knows just enough.
Protect Jordan Stallion at all costs. Like the brother is giving us what we need to know. So, but yeah, there's. See, I told y'all this platform is gonna give the news. It ain't gonna talk about a certain cinematographer who thinks he's a fantastic director in a certain universe that's dead already. Just saying.
No comment.
We don't want to wake them.
Shh! You're waking the neighbors.
Fuck it! Rattle the cage! Rattle the cage!
Not Tafari. He said, not Tafari saying, "Hear me out, Jordan's a squirrel."
Really, Tafari? Really?
I mean, he might.
He might
Really?
He might be for us though. He might be on our
Wait,
side.
Hey,
wait.
he's on our side.
That might explain my ex-wife.
Oh Lord,
Ooh,
the burns.
tender.
Shots are not fired for real. For real.
Will, don't you text me? Don't you text me, Will? Don't you say a
Look,
goddamn
he's
thing?
doing it right now.
It's already gone.
Hey,
Don't you-
hey. So you hey. To me, I do not have my iPad at my side. So if anybody texts Kira some craziness, it wasn't me.
Oh my
right
God.
He went to go get it. Stop, Nick. Put it down.
It's always something with us. Hey, this is what we do. So we're gonna take a quick little break. After the break, we are going to be talking about Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse, the theories,
Birdman hands.
the bagels, the Black Solidarity, all of it.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Talk about
Lady
it
Mandalore
all.
has broken.
It's going down. It's what we do.
I see
And-
cracks going down the forehead.
Oh, here we go.
Let's get it.
We'll be right back.
That's the Montel.
See, the skin is bubbling.
Do you like your pancakes patted, your biscuits buttered, your cakes fluffy? Then you should get Mother Butters. I put that on everything. Pasta, veggies, rice, and everything nice. Mother Butters will get you right. Oh yeah, GMO free, and for those who are vegan, Mother Butters has a non-dairy option. That's right. There's enough Mother Butters for everyone to enjoy. Get Mother Butters from your local grocery store. Hey, man! What you doing in my kitchen?
I was eating. What commercial? Hi there. This is a commercial break. This is your reminder to peep the podcast on all platforms and drop them a follow. And these are some more popular episodes that you can go ahead and check out after this one. Okay, I think I've bought them enough time for whatever they're doing behind me. Cut it, Chris.
If you could have seen Laney's face during the Mother's Butters commercial, the look she had was like, oh my God.
Oh.
And I've seen it before, but just sometimes it just hit me different.
You never know which one's gonna pop up.
Yeah, and then Cinematic Assassin is hitting the brush as I'm doing the speech. So I'm like, that would be great if he was shooting a commercial. I'm doing the voice and he looking at the butter. He's just brushing his beard. Yeah. I'm just like, y'all don't understand out there who's listening and watching this live. There's a lot of stuff that goes on. There's way Look, we were watching Space Ghost Coast to Coast in Laugh Olympics before this show started. So I mean, yeah, it's
Laugh Olympics that brought it really back.
I don't think the world is ready for the behind the scenes of this episode here because I'm just imagining when we call cut the shit that's gonna go down.
Oh, wait till I figure out. Let StreamYard allow me a way to just record all this stuff, stop and record again on the same link. It's a wrap. It's a wrap. I'm like, oh, y'all want Blurred's Eye View After Dark?
We gotta put it on Patreon.
There it is. I was like, Patreon, straight out Patreon. I'm like, Blurred's Eye View After Dark. You say
Patreon, OnlyFans, or something? I don't know.
Say less.
Really, Will?
Really? Yo.
Wow.
Okay.
Really? Wow. And as we speak of it,
Un momento, por favor, ladies and gentlemen, we have a comment here by one of our esteemed hosts in the show. Let me tell you, it is a shit in the bowl. I'm telling you right now, shit in the bowl.
I'm telling you, if
hit the chopsticks, it's nom all night. Okay,
the things I couldn't share. I couldn't share. This is why it pays to watch us live, because you just never know what's going to happen. It's scripted-ish, if that makes some sense. Because I'm
heavily on the ish.
Heavily on the
that's
ish.
Capital letters, okay?
So
it's scripted.
So this movie opened up to what, almost 180 million, I want to say.
Gangster.
Oh my God.
Miles Morales is back. The soundtrack is back.
Ooh,
fire,
banging.
The Easter eggs are plenty. It's so much going on in this movie. There's MVPs. Good Lord, there's MVPs. Shout out to Hobie Brown. We'll get to you in a second. I swear I couldn't wait to say that one. I couldn't wait to say that one. But let's talk about it. Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse. We have good old Miles Morales from Earth 1610, who's voiced by Shameik Moore. By the way the Miles looks, you would have thought a couple of years has gone by. Only a year and some change.
Yeah.
My guy has sprouted.
Puberty.
Listen, as a father who constantly has to buy shoes, I understand.
I literally had to watch. When I sat up there and seen Into the Spider-Verse again and then watched Across the Spider-Verse, and I'm like, yo, my dude, they weren't kidding when they said you grew. You grew. Like, summer vacation was good to you, wasn't it?
It's that lake water.
That's that lake water.
That Anthony Davis workout plan.
I want to know what lake he was drinking from. If that's the case, what, Lake Minnetonka? What the hell?
That summer camp, the summer camp upstate.
Oh man, my man was getting it in. So we were introduced. Obviously, we were introduced to Gwen Stacy. It started off differently this time. It started off with Gwen's story, going back home, dealing with the aftermath of the first film, missing her friend. It starts off with her origin story, which is just as tragic. And going forward, and then this is what I love: the animation with her drumming. How just gorgeous. Wild it was. I'm just like, you guys, yeah, you already got the Oscar. We're not even 10 minutes into this film, and y'all got it already, because I'm like, you're hearing it, and she's telling the story, and you can tell she's zoning out. She's zoning out and just drumming. And the whole time you're just like, you kind of feel that, you know. Kind of, if you're black, you definitely felt it. There's something about black people. We just
they still prove that.
Musical
is there, and it sat different. It sat so different. So here we go. Good old Jessica Drew. Well, first we'll start with Gwen.
Yes,
we'll start with Gwen.
I mean, okay.
I'm sorry.
I'll explain my reservations why I'm my solidarity to my people is still there. But she's played great by Haley Steinfeld. She's played great. She's graceful, and that's the other thing you notice. when she's web swinging, how graceful she is. You know she's wearing ballerina shoes when you first see her. When you see her, pretty much it's almost a year later, she's wearing Converse. I like what they're doing. Yeah. Can I just say, I just like what they're doing? And her relationship with her father, it seemed happy until the death of Peter, and now it's kind of strained because she's Spider-Woman and she can't tell anybody, and the only person she can identify with isn't on her Earth, and just is bananas. Round table. We'll start with Lainey.
Freaking Lainey. No, Lainey. No. Oh my gosh. I almost broke. Just
I saw you too.
Oh, y'all. Wrong.
He said,
two left shoes.
damn you, Tafari. Ain't somewhere frowning right now.
He's not wrong. He's not wrong.
My man, you find that suspicious? No.
I'm just reading the private chat now. I'm sorry.
I told you.
Keeping a straight face tonight is going to be ass. Okay.
Oh, definitely.
It's going to be very challenging.
Maybe we should have a cup that takes up the dollars or whatever for every time somebody breaks.
Yes.
Like everybody can't be the Sami Zayn trying to get the bloodline to break character tonight.
No, it just can't. It won't work.
Can't do it.
I already feel Uzi next.
What you think? What you think so far of Gwen's introduction?
Oh man! First of all, I just like the change of pace. That's I mean, like when you see Spider-Man, you already know the story. When you see Miles Morales, you already know the story. So it's just like there was just like a change of pace of feeling like I'm seeing something different to start with. And then when you had oh my god, who came in from the Renaissance basically?
The Vulture.
Vulture, I think it was.
Vulture.
Yeah, Vulture.
Yeah.
Vulture.
Hit. I was like, yo, it's something completely different that I've never seen before. And I just was like, that got me hooked right then and there. Okay. Like even before that, but when you saw Vulture and just how he was drawn and even the way I was like, okay, y'all good. Take my money.
Yeah.
At some point I'm seeing
we already there. We're already
this
there.
part because it just was wild in the best way.
Yep. Cinematic Assassin.
I thought it was wild bold that we all coming in super hyped to get part 2 of Miles' story, and they make us wait a mean like 20 minutes before Miles is even on the screen. I was like, you know how much they knew they had us, where that's how they chose to open the movie up. They was like, oh no, this script is this. We gonna kill them with this one. They was talking shit when they released this. It's like they gonna come back and see this again. That's how they moved this.
You know they were. You knew they were. You knew they were. Lady Mandalore.
Okay, so
introduction.
I have now seen this movie 3 times. I just came back from my 3rd viewing before the show started. I paid to see mine.
I paid twice. I blame the clock app.
Ni hao. Good morning. Every time I hear the drum kick set in, my energy changes. Whenever then there's the change from her telling the story to her moving through the train, and I don't know what it is about that, but it was so smooth and captivating to me. I'm just sitting there like there's nobody else in the movie theater with me. Like when I'm seeing that intro, it's me, this movie. That's it. There's nobody else there.
It's that transition as she's speaking. The transition works with her speech.
Yeah,
with her whole dialogue, and you're just like, yeah, and you're right.
Beautiful.
They definitely were talking shit while they were making it like, we about to get him with this one. We about to get him. Next, what you got?
Yeah, sentiments, everything that y'all said so far. I mean, just the tone and how the drums were just, it's like with us, just something native about drums that really get to us, to our core, and the tones of going in and out with her in the subway, and then like Lainey said, with the Vulture and the different artistic style and maintaining that during a fight scene. I was like, God damn it, Sony, you have killed with this movie in the first 20 minutes, and I don't know what the hell y'all getting ready to do next, but I'm going back. I'm busting the Yui at the fucking.
I gotta go again.
Box office, like one more, please. I gotta see it again. One more, please.
One more. I gotta go back. Oh man, Montel.
From the moment I sat down and them drums started, I was there. Way Gwen was moving, the pace of the movie so far. I mean, I was at. You ever get in such a zone that not a single sound around you will ever register because you have your focus. I was in love. Mind you, just like Will said, you know it's got to be something if we spend the first few minutes on a character that is not what the movie's all about.
Mm-hmm.
But you knew there had to be a link to it. So, and then when it got to the fight scene with the vulture, Michelangelo's vulture, fucking stellar.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely stellar. The fact that they took the concept, not only bringing these characters in, but animating them so they're their own entity.
Mm-hmm.
Their own animation style. When you get to Hobie, his whole animation style. Everybody.
Wait till we get to talk about him.
Oh my gosh. And I was there. At that point, if I had to go to the bathroom, guess what? I was gonna shut myself down. I wasn't moving.
Pee bottles.
Yeah. Give me that Gatorade bottle. You good with that Gatorade bottle?
You go ahead.
Man, I got a large.
Oh, is it full?
Turn your head.
Give me that Spider-Man cup.
There it is. Oh man, Black Smart.
Go Web, go.
What you think of Gwen's entrance?
Oh god.
Gatorade, yeah, we like Gatorade, yeah, in the movie. Gatorade in the movie. Let's go. I like Sprite. Sprite looks like webbing. It's supposed to be.
Okay. I got it. No, it was almost like a broken record just because everybody has had different aspects of the first 20 minutes of the movie. I mean, agree with Nick's. Drums aren't people. We hear drums, immediately attention, especially if it's a drums with a rhythmic pattern as you're telling a story. Always great. We really got the entire post Into the Spider-Verse, current, and what happened to Gwen afterwards. And we got all that. We literally got 3 chapters of a story in 20 minutes, which is impressive because it didn't bore you. It didn't bore you. You didn't look off. You didn't check your watch or your phone. You stayed glued to it. And I forgot who said it. I'm sorry. Like Will said, you didn't even get Miles Morales until almost damn near 30 minutes into the movie. It's almost like we forgot he was there for a certain extent. Mm-hmm. It's almost like the story was focused around Gwen. So it was a very great attempt at misdirection, at the same time still entertaining, and you couldn't be mad with it. You knew you were in for a ride when you saw those first 10 minutes. So yeah.
So in the first 10, 15 to 20 minutes of Gwen's introduction, we also get Issa Rae's Jessica Drew Spider-Woman. I love some Issa Rae. Just hearing her talk, I just wait for the sarcasm and everything.
Yes.
I do. I love this sister. I love her. I love what she's putting out there. Yes. And it's a badass Jessica Drew. And it's a pregnant Jessica Drew. And she ain't taking no shit type Jessica Drew. And I'm all for it. What does everybody start for? I'm actually fine with this Jessica. We can keep her around for a little bit.
Can we give a shout out to Afro Cocoa Puffs for creating this cosplay and making it look
insane,
amazing,
wild.
Mm-hmm.
She got that real quick.
Shout out to my niece. Let's go.
Side note: Afro Cocoa Puffs will be a part of a first ever child's cosplay contest at BlurredCon, for the judges including Violet Verse and my son Dano. But go ahead.
There we are.
I'll bring all the confetti that I can.
You see how the cousins do when we get together. But yeah, let's talk about Jess for a second. Her introduction, along with Miguel.
This room right here.
Yo,
my guy.
Oscar Isaac killed this. He
in a
killed
Marvel
this.
360.
Very
In
much.
so many ways. You're just like, okay, badass, nice move. Getting shown up a little bit. He was like, you obviously don't like calling for help. That shows, but but you called the right person. So there's that, which turns out to be just one. These scenes that they're doing in this film, these action scenes, we already know we in for a wild ride. We already know. Just that one right there told it, and you're just like, damn, this is
Tight.
yeah.
It's tight.
Tight like a tiger.
You're not here to play. You're not here to play. And there's that whole speech afterwards. She's here by herself. We can't use her. He got guilt tripped into taking Gwen on. That is what happened. He got guilted into it. That's not who he was looking for. But she was already going through what she was going through. She had already did her thing. She was already mad at her dad and still dealing with Peter's death, still missing Miles. She's dealing right now. This girl can't do anything else. She's already revealed herself, because what other choice she has? None. What is she supposed to do? Like Jessica said, she's here by herself. She can't do it alone. It's like, basically, come on. We get in it, and then we get our title screen. Good old Miles. He's kind of doing his thing,
He's smooth with it. The confidence is confidenting.
Oh my god, man, he's living life. He hocking baby powder and then turn around and have to apologize for said baby powder. They can't all be winners, but you know what? The fact that he can go in and get a beef patty, say, how much do I owe you? And where he's talking, he's doing his quips. He's Miles. And dare I say, our favorite Spider-Man.
You should.
Yeah. There's a level of like Lady Mandalore said, level of confidence there. It's all right. My man is feeling himself, and I don't mean that in a bad way. He's there. Like,
he has realized he is him.
Yeah. Yes. He has arrived.
Yep.
Yeah. And go ahead.
No, I think I've heard this two separate times now. Once coming out of the theater, and I think when we were talking about it, people are legitimately leaving the theater saying this is the next generation's Spider-Man. They don't want Peter Parker beat to death. You know what I mean? Emotionally, mentally, physically, for the rest of their lives, like for the next 30 years. They want Peter to be in these streets. And oh God, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, Miles is
what is spider hair on spider leg hair on his lip?
Yeah.
His hormones is going a little wild.
A little wild?
The boy's 14.
No,
Okay.
15.
Who else
15.
I'm sorry, 15.
15. He's practically an adult. I'm like, dude, you're 15 now, dude.
You can't even rent a car.
You grew a foot. You grew like you're fine.
Like, motherfucker, you look 30.
Who in here has teenage kids age 16 and up? You already know you about to be in for a journey. Nix has just started his. I did it twice.
Oh no, I've already done it once, and that was with a girl.
No, a girl is not. That's a different journey in itself.
That's
not.
I just look forward to the day he tries to challenge me.
Put it away.
You're right. You're tired of seeing
from
Peter
having a girl.
Yeah, you're tired of seeing.
Yeah, Alicia,
Peter
I
suffer.
agree.
You're tired of seeing Peter suffer. But here's the crazy thing: we get introduced to the Spot. Very funny introduction. Pretty cool fight. Kind of standard. He thinks he has him. Has to go to a parent-teacher conference. Did anybody else pick up the message during the parent-teacher conference that so-called
Kira got a Stewie going on over here.
I don't. The suspense. And here's the thing. So during that scene, she's like, Miles is very smart. He has good grades. He has great grades. You know, the only reason why he has a B in Spanish is because my man speaks Spanish. So he's probably skipping those periods to whoop somebody's ass. I don't, you know, like, of course he's gonna have a beat. You know, it's not because he doesn't know it. He does. He's just like, I don't need this. I speak it fluently. It's just like I don't
know.
Kind of like
his mom kind of snapped.
Yeah. Well, because it should have been an A+ in her eyes. But the fact is, yeah, my man speaks it at home. Is not what she's thinking. It's like my man. I'm like, why am I taking something? I speak.
So I'm a clue y'all in on something, only because I live in New York, and that's basically like the second language here. That is the standard in New York City. There are a billion kids that all speak a different kind of Spanish, and I don't mean to use that phrase like that, but that's what the New York school system will say. And it because it's not the standard Latin, European fucking Spanish, whatever you want to call it. They will fail them because it's not proper, whatever the fuck.
Yeah, it's not conversational.
Spanish. It's not the King's Spanish,
right?
Yeah.
So the conversation that went on in that guidance counselor office is the best case scenario for a lot of kids that speak Spanish.
But see, that was
secondary language.
And that's
why I agree, because there's different slang for it all. So depending on what borough, what set, what family, what ethnic background you come from, you're going to have different levels of slang in a basic level of Spanish. So trust me, you have two kids, they're both speaking Spanish, but they're exposed in two different environments. So their conversation coming together is going to be wild.
Jesus. I know that was Will.
It was.
No, that was Nick's that time. Okay, never mind.
Yeah, no, it wasn't Will.
Oh my God. No, but that guidance counselor is Miss Morello from Everybody Hates Chris. That's how she was, because she started telling that story. Hey, you're a poor kid from such and such, and I'm like, he's not even poor. It's like, your parents are struggling. He's like, my man's about to make captain. She's a damn nurse at the hospital. What? Huh? I'm like you're giving this narrative that is far from true. Like, you're making it seem like this dude is not from a 2-parent household and is doing very well, despite. And I'm just like, yo, dude. I'm like, that ain't cool. And you can hear it. And then obviously Miles has to run off because my man is loose again. I love the fact that he tells Genki, hey, call the police. Tell him there's a bad guy on the roof. And Genki is playing the Spider-Man game on Xbox. He's there playing. I'm telling you, the Easter eggs is all over the place. Oh my God. Jesus.
I'm sorry, I can't.
I told you it's our background stuff. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, his dad was about to make out.
I wish we would have said that we gonna pay $1 every time we break. Oh Lord.
Oh, we would have been funded by now.
We should have a Patreon and somehow just like, if you pay, you can see the background chat.
I'm glad you say that. I'm glad you say that, Cinematic Assassin. If you like what you see here, sidebar. If you like what you see here on Blur's Podcast, you can now give stars. You can give us stars now. So you give us stars. You can get all types of little perks with that. So on the Facebook page, give us stars. Yeah. You want to see more great stuff? Give us stars.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Charlie started it.
Yeah, he did, and he took his Jordans. I'm like, dude, why?
My feet. No, our feet do not. No, your feet stink and mine stink different. We are not sharing shoes.
Yeah.
No, absolutely not.
That's the other Easter egg when Genki said it. I'm like, I'm not like your guy in the chair, and I'm like, you kind of are, my dude.
And yes, you are. I played Spider-Man on Miles Morales on PS5.
Yeah, yes, you are. Like, you kind of are. But see, like I said, I like the callbacks. I like the Easter eggs because they're there. Everything's like coming at you so fast, and it's literally you blink, you miss it. Because I was sitting there and I'm sitting there with my wife and I'm like, he playing Spider-Man on the game. She's like, what? And I was like, you missed it, because it was like it was like
2 seconds.
She was like, wait. I'm like, yo, no, it's there. So we get in. So he's fighting the Spot again, and he goes through this whole entire diatribe. The Spot, who's played by Jack Quaid, who is best known as Huey from The Boys.
Mm-hmm.
He's, you know, because I kept trying to figure. I'm like,
the Spot. You talking about the Spot?
I think so. I think it was Jack Quaid.
Jason Schwartzman.
Schwartzman, exactly. It is.
Sorry.
Schwartzman.
The guy who voiced Sonic.
Yeah.
No. That's
Ben Schwartz.
No,
because I kept trying to figure out who he was, and I'm like, that's not Alex.
It's all white guys. Y'all look alike.
it is.
Wow.
Ladies and gentlemen, they have resemblance. That's right, they have resemblance.
Still give the stars.
They all
but
I'm relatively on my best behavior compared to Nick's, so just throw it out there.
Do I ever behave when I come over, man?
So
that's a fair point.
So Miles is going through his whole thing. Here's my thing.
Oh, Gideon, got you.
Yeah.
G-Man.
So during, so he's told to don't forget the cake for his dad's party and everything, which he didn't. Whether it was last minute or not, he still got the cake. He was just late, and I'm like, why are y'all mad that he's late? I would have understood if he didn't show up at all. My man was running late.
Cakes was beat the hell up.
Them cakes were beat down.
Cakes didn't make it.
You know what? It wasn't that beat up. It was the lettering was jacked up, but the cake itself was actually intact.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, and it's not his fault, my man. He had a whole speech set out for his dad. He had the whole thing lined up. And once again, here we got someone who was doing a job who can't tell. It's the
duality of Spider-Man, though. It's like you can't.
But not only that, he's a teenager.
Yeah.
So he's already going through the motions anyway. Now double that with him trying to hide. He helps his father out, like despite trying to make his voice deep. I wonder if his father was like, this kid looks a little too small to have a voice that weird.
I'm sorry. I still think he knows. They may have painted it that way, but I think he knows. That's why he's slick. That's why he's slick okay with everything.
Yo,
maybe
the one thing when they were talking on the bridge, and he was talking about, I don't know what to do with my son. I was like, maybe you should get off his ass.
His ass.
Right.
I was weak.
I was just like, it's the only time you're gonna be able to pull that off. He's like, what? Nothing.
See, that's why I was like, that's why I said that
real too.
Yeah. See, that side eye he gave him after that, that's why I was like, look here, motherfucker, I know who you are.
Don't think I didn't catch on to it. I didn't get captain for nothing. But see, here's the crazy thing I thought, and shout out to Luna Velez. She seems to be the Latin mom of the season right now because she's also in a mom. I'm like, oh, you just playing mama all of a sudden. Okay. But when he literally gets a call on his walkie, something going down. Oh, I'm sorry, I gotta go. And she's calling him, and like he's in the middle of this chase. He's like, I'm kind of in the middle of something. I'm like, baby, really? I'm on the job right now.
Don't give a damn.
She was like, we need to talk about this. I'm like, not right now. It was like,
I'm gonna just say this: you on your way to being captain. You ain't supposed to be out here running and catching criminals like you on patrol.
That's how he. That's how. So
that's why captain. I'm calling you. That's cool. That's not you no more, though, boo.
Like he ain't got sworn. He ain't even got sworn in.
I mean, the man ain't got the job yet, and it's like I still got to do my job until I'm promoted. That's how it works.
Send somebody else.
You don't
send somebody else.
You don't see Olivia Benson in the streets now these days.
Not Olivia Benson. But I like the fact that Brian Tyree Henry is doing a fantastic job, and it's funny because the whole time he's doing the chase, he's going through the portals, he's going through the water, he's gotten saved by his son, and at like very last minute, and I'm just like, yo, that could have been very catastrophic in
several times.
And and here I am on the phone with you. I almost died, so, but we fast forward to the party, and obviously, he's already given a speech thanks to Rio jumping the gun and grabbing the mic. So she's grabbing the mic. Now he got to grab the mic from her. So now he's got to finish. So he's giving his speech. Had it just been just a few minutes later, Miles would have been there.
Yeah.
Miles would have been there, but it was a moment in time, and they gave a speech. They were upset. Kudos to the DJ, also MVP. As they were
tried.
getting, as he was arguing, he was like, "Let me turn this music up real quick." That little too loud.
You could not find enough Earth, Wind, and Fire to drown out that argument.
It got bad. But here's another Easter egg. The number 42 is very prominent in this one as well. Not just the first film, but this one as well. The reason why is, just from Miles' perspective, 42 is the number of Jackie Robinson, and who was a superhero and groundbreaking in baseball. And Miles is a black superhero in a groundbreaking position in being a superhero. So 42 is very prominent, and he was wearing the number 42 jersey, and the portal opens up. It's Gwen. And so he's like, you know what? We're going to go swing around for a while, kind of catch up. You know, he's still feeling Gwen a little bit. It's there. You know, they miss each other. They're talking. They have their speeches and everything. But she ain't there for the reason he thinks. He doesn't know that. At the time, we didn't know that. And it turns out she's there spying on the spot. Or, you know, and so she disappears for a second, places her little spider tracker, goes back. They're just doing their thing. They're going through the routines, the music. They're doing great. Soundtrack season is here, baby. I don't know what it is.
All these movies are great soundtracks.
Somebody's been paying attention.
I'm gonna be downloading this and listening to this on the way to San Diego next month. That's for real.
Look here. I got Guardians lined up. I have Spider-Man lined up, and then I have Transformers. All of these soundtracks.
Can I just deviate for a second? Because Transformers was giving me absolute life in the first 15 minutes.
I'm not gonna lie, I was diddy bopping real hard.
And it said 94, and I'm like,
you said 94, and I was like, wait a minute, hold on.
The era. That era?
You gonna start with Cream? You better hope I don't get up right now.
Doing whole thing. Oh, with the hoodie on and everything. Hey.
I throw the 8-ball jacket on so damn fast.
Yes. So, and we'll be talking about Transformers Thursday, so tune in for that. But it was nice to see him kind of catch up and kind of go through their thing. And they go through the speech, and Gwen literally says, in every universe, there's a Gwen Stacy that Spider-Man likes, and in every universe, it doesn't end well. And she's not lying.
Nope.
It never ends well.
It's the only honest fucking.
Yeah, we'll get to
it.
Girl, I hear it. I hear it and I feel it. Oh, my microphone's quick.
In the midst of all that, the Spot, gets lost in himself. He literally kicks his own butt into himself. You gotta see it.
By Miles calling him the villain of the week as a villain, I thought it was very disrespectful.
God, that was a burn.
Very disrespectful. Like, to say that he's the villain of the week. So you mean of this week, I'm not the only one, and I just happen to be the best one this week?
That man with the Last Dance with, though, I took that personally.
Damn,
right?
He took that personally.
It was like,
so disrespectful.
And it's always something about the bagels. So he figures it out. He figures out, oh, I can go to all these universes.
Oh, goodness.
And one of the universes the Spot goes in is the Lego universe.
Oh my gosh, yo! I giggled like a kid.
So did I.
Hold on a second.
So many ways.
So many ways.
I can't remember the young man's name, but he's 14 years old, and he animated that entire scene.
Yes.
Oh wow.
14-year-old black kid. Yeah.
I think is it Jason or Jonathan? Something like that.
Something like it is. It's something like, but animated the entire, because he did a trailer version of the movie, and I guess the gang and Sony seen it and was like, yeah, this is great. Get this kid on board.
Matanga is his last name.
That's it. And it was Rio did shame me. I'm looking at the private chat. Rio did shame me for the white girl, for the right girl stuff. But he realizes, he can go through all these different universes and everything else. But not just the Lego Easter egg, We talking about Mrs. Chan over here.
Right.
Yo,
Yeah.
yo, I lost my
Chin.
mind when I saw her. I said, "You gotta be shitting me."
I said, Mrs. Chen? And my wife was like, who? I'm like, from
Yeah.
Venom. I'm
Yep.
like,
Villain.
When I saw that, I'm like, okay, what else are they about to do?
Right. We thought
Yo,
This is
Heart-
the first
I was expecting Tom Hardy to come around the corner. I ain't gonna lie.
Thank
Like-
you. I was
like-
too.
like
This
you
was a
breaking
much better-
dimensions already. Like what else? What else?
all I said to myself, I said, this is a much better tease than what we got in that third Spider-Man film.
No Way Home, yeah.
In No Way Home.
Yeah.
This was a
Yeah.
much better
Mhm.
reveal, because I'm just like, this, you do
That's
it
what
like
you do.
this.
Yeah.
And
It
yes,
wasn't.
she
It wasn't about
she
trying
was
to thrust in your face on world building. It just was there.
Yes, she
yeah,
was.
she
Yeah.
is so unbothered.
Right. He
Like,
unbothered.
whatever, man.
Totally.
I want
She is G at this point. She's G at this point.
I
She's
aspire.
like, I literally just seen
Ten-
this guy come in like 2
level.
weeks ago, bite somebody's head off. You think this is something new to me?
There you go.
She was literally was possessing Venom for a while.
Yeah.
At that part, when a symbiote has possessed you, just to transfer you to your actual owner,
You become a little dead inside.
Right.
Hello, Mrs. Chen. And I was like, dude, you pay for the rest for the Venom voice. You pay for the rest.
You can tell in the movie because when Miss Chan popped up in the theater I was in, I heard a bunch of people say, "Who is that?" And you hear him going, "Blasphemer! You don't know who that is." Sacrilegious.
That's exactly
And I
just
was
how you
saying the
wanna say it.
same thing. I'm like, you saw Venom, you know who she is.
Like you realize people like when you watch Marvel, you have to pay attention to everything.
Yes.
Everything.
It don't matter what department it's coming from. If it's Marvel's, you need to be there.
Yep.
This is just what it is. But he ends up going into the universe or into the multiverse with Gwen. He follows her in there because Jessica says, "What are you doing?" You know, and Gwen is trying to tell her, "No, nothing. Where's the person you're supposed to be tracking?" Oh, and that's when Miles is like, "Oh, she wasn't even really here for me."
Mhm.
And at that time, I'm thinking, it was by chance.
Mhm.
She was sent there to a job, so she's like, "Oh, I got to go here. I'm gonna go see my boy. I got time."
Which is whoever's fault that sent her. Because if y'all don't bang with Miles just to begin with, you definitely don't send his homegirl to his dimension to do shit.
That-
Right.
No.
So it's not even her fault.
True.
It would have been like it would have went one or two ways. You could have went yourself and done it, or you send her. Because one way or another, you wouldn't have to answer to her. If this is your mission, you wouldn't have to answer to her.
Pretty much.
Because you could have easily just said, why didn't you send me? Because you're too close.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Done.
Conflict of interest.
Yep.
But
You
what did
had
y'all do?
all
Y'all
of-
sent her there because she knows that way. She knows the world.
They literally had thousands of Spider-Man to pick from? Really? This the one you want?
Should have sent Legos.
Maybe it's a part of his master plan all along.
As long as it wasn't Ben Reilly. That's all I gotta say.
Oh,
Ooh, get down.
Oh my god. Shout out to Adam Sandberg for doing that. Yo,
Yeah, he's
that damn character had me in stitches every time. Look at my muscles as I'm in the shadows.
Yo,
Look as I glisten in the
As I-
rain.
That's a perfect pose.
Mike,
I'm like,
yo, my wife did not understand why I was laughing so hard. When we get
My wife
home,
didn't
I will
understand.
tell you about the Clone Saga and have you as annoyed about it. as I-
my wife didn't understand when I said they just keep trashing this dude. Damn it. They keep trashing Ben. Why? I'm like, they played him like that, and I'm like, okay, it's kind of spot on. So I was just like,
Right.
but we get introduced to Spider-Man India.
Yeah. Oh
That's
my
the
gosh.
theater.
I loved Paviteri. I loved this character, boy.
Deadpool will be so proud of you.
Man,
Oh yeah.
Oh my goodness.
why do you call it chai tea? It's just
It's chai.
Chai.
It's chai. You don't hear us
I
call
didn't
it
say one
coffee or
coffee.
cream. And I literally said
Oh.
that a couple days later. When I was like, let me get a chai.
Imagine.
Chai. Just try.
Yes.
Just try.
Imagine being in the theater, people repeat. It's like, yeah, it was a bunch of kids in my theater, so it's like, Jai. Like, shut your ass up.
We get the joke. Shut up and watch.
But it was Spider-Man was well done. I couldn't. That was really a big surprise that they actually even showed him, much less really gave him a spotlight for a little while.
I like this design opposed to the comic book version. I really like his design.
Yeah, they really stylized him in the movie.
And I'm like, it was like, he was in them. He met with the guys when they were creating the character, and they wanted to make it very authentic. And he was saying he brought it. He brought it. I'm like, yeah, no product, just a little coconut oil and nothing, and no other product in my hair, and
like, genetics.
Genetics. He was living a pretty good life.
A little bit of Bollywood, but I dig it. A little bit of Bollywood.
Here's the traffic here, and there's the traffic over here, and here's the traffic, and I was just like, yeah, that's true.
Safari beat me to it. This is where the British stole our stuff. I was like,
yeah, when he said that,
well, yeah,
when he said the laugh, the way I laughed when he said it, because it was like,
oh, they laughed at our theater too. It's like, and this is where the British stole our stuff, and everyone was weak. Everyone was weak.
And then even on the second viewing, I giggled like a schoolgirl when he said it. I was just like, not so funny when it's cool when you do it, but when I do it, no.
Problem when I do it.
Shout out to colonialism.
Right. So at that time, these already getting kind of
Will losing it.
We never got Will to lose
come on,
it like
come on, Will, come on board.
I was like, what if DeSantis is like, we can't play this movie in Florida? It has CRT in it. No, absolutely.
Oh, you know that's right.
Oh my god.
Ooh. That right there.
Yeah.
That's why we here.
Don't tell him.
Right.
Don't tell him.
It's not like he's gonna sit back and watch us. So I mean,
it's indoctrination.
You should say this blur's eye view. No, you shouldn't. This is not for you.
Just leave us alone.
Go ahead. I don't think your state wants to smoke. Just my business.
Go back to banning books and leave us alone. Okay,
right.
Go ahead.
I don't. This ain't the arena you want to be in.
You're gonna ban menus next. I'm telling you. Just watch out.
We can tell you what you want.
You said no one tell Abbott he'll get banned to Texas. But we get they catch up with Spot. He's at an Alchemix. He's finding the collider. He's getting himself together. Who shows up? But my man.
Hobie.
Cousin.
Now, can I say, and I have to say this before I do, everybody has an accent in the world. There's always an accent of a different culture that people have a hard time understanding. Okay, and I was talking to a friend of mine, like, if you speak patois to me, I'll look at you and go, applesauce. That's what I will do. That will be my response because I cannot understand patois. So I saw Hobie, I got excited, and he started speaking. I said, why does he sound like Daniel Kaluuya?
And it's Daniel Kaluuya.
The one actor whose native tongue I cannot understand when he's, oh my gosh.
He got to talk. I'm like, okay, I like your vibe already. And once again, great action sequence. And it shows the leadership that Miles has amongst his peers. It is Will, wasn't it? Okay, lady look like she might be real. Oh Lord.
Next.
But it's a hell of an action sequence.
Bruh.
It's a hell. Lady, you good, lady?
All I can say is, bruh.
Come on, baby. I'm gonna put this pot of coffee. I'm gonna get you. I got you.
We gotta get together. We ain't got much longer.
Let me get on my Amazon and order these Kickstarts for Lainey. Is that what we're doing here?
But
Lainey, you in Jersey? Go get that quick bump. I know that's
Jesus
what they do
Not the Olympic downhill.
Yeah, Carrie she loses her breath.
Not Mr. Freeze.
No, but we get it. We get a bomb scene from how well of a leader Miles can play.
Mm-hmm.
And they save everybody. And then at the last minute, you know, the captain of that Earth, he goes to save a kid. He doesn't realize he's getting ready to die anyway. Miles sees this happening. He goes to try to stop it.
Mm-hmm.
Gwen, and still us not really knowing, stops him or tries to. And he's like, no, I got it. Thread the needle, remember? And he makes it happen.
Mm-hmm.
Why Spider-Man India is saving the bus that the captain's daughter is on.
Mm-hmm.
Miles is saving the captain and the little girl and succeeds. And everybody's applauding, and Spider-Man India is appreciative, and you see it, and like he's taking it in because they're like, okay, yeah, it was some damage done, but we saved lives,
Right?
And at the end of the day, that I hate the AM, I hate the PM. You have no idea how many times I've said that since he's done it. I'm just like, I like your impression upon me, good sir. Yes, everything you said, I rocks with.
Burn it all down.
And it wasn't until you notice that this world is starting to fall apart, and that's when the Spider Society shows up. And then now Miles has to come and meet. He's like, oh, I'm getting invited to the clubhouse. Okay, cool.
Mm-hmm.
Saying what you think.
It ain't that kind of party, homie.
We get our man Peter B coming back with Mayday.
Mm-hmm.
And
I love this interaction as father and daughter. I love this interaction. It was everything.
I was like the only person I knew that actually bought the Spider Girl comic back in the day when they rebooted Marvel. I was like, yo, shout out to Mayday.
Mm-hmm.
And I love what Spider-Punk says to her. I like the kid. She takes a crap on the system. She's an anarchist. I'm like, I like you. I like you.
It.
You know, he's taking stuff off the wall. First viewing, never even really noticed it.
Mm-hmm.
I thought he did the one thing and never really paid it attention.
I'm not gonna lie.
Nah, bro, man is snatch grabbing.
I tried to hate on Spider-Punk because it's Daniel Kaluuya and my wife has a huge crush on the dude. So I tried hating on him, but I couldn't.
Bro.
Like, damn.
That's a lost battle, man.
I couldn't hate on him. Like, damn,
Don't
too
do
good.
It. Don't do it.
No,
Too good.
No, just lean back and go with it.
I tried.
Lifting everything and anything as
right. And all you're thinking is he's doing it because that's his nature.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
you're not thinking of anything else.
He has a level of apathy I aspire to have. I swear to God.
And his whole and he's talking to Miles and he gives him the speech about I'm just protecting my drummer. Don't sign up for a war. Don't enlist in a war. You don't know what you're fighting
for.
I'm like, dude, you are speaking my language right now.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, but none of what he's saying makes sense until later on.
Right.
And you're just
he
like,
knew
dude,
what time it was. He knew what time it was before anybody else knew what time it was.
He was the only one with the shits.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
He was the only one. and all I could think to myself, I'm like, Miguel, you hired him. You brought him in.
He was at higher. He wish he could take back though.
This is on you.
Low key, Miguel ain't shit though, because he trash. He don't know how to pick them. Clearly, he has made multitudes of mistakes from his inception up until present. So Miguel, eyes don't fucks with you, my guy.
This is what
and nigga, you ain't even a Peter.
You're not even Peter, exactly.
You ain't even a Peter.
You gave this sob story about that world's Miguel died and you took his place.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that really got me. I was like, wait a second. So you were so hell bent on having a life that you took someone else's after he died, and you didn't feel any kind of way about it.
No,
Peter B was there.
You selfish.
You said Peter B was there?
Yeah, Peter B was there.
He was there.
When that world collapsed, Peter B was there with him. because he was telling as they show the flashback, Peter B's standing there. He's like trying to save somebody, and they, faded out. And Miguel was standing next to him because he even looked at Peter. He's like, "Tell him, Peter," So Peter was there,
Yeah, Miguel gives me colonizer vibes. He is a straight colonizer.
He was the Mr. Anderson. He was the Mr. Anderson of the group.
He was the Mr. Anderson.
He was damn to Uncle Ruckus, but we'll talk about that.
Yeah, oh yeah, definitely that. Definitely that. But you get introduced to the Spider Society. Mm-hmm. Yeah, but Firefinger did out now. But you get introduced to Spider Society. Way too many Easter eggs for this one. Way too many.
But it was beautiful.
You got Spider Buggy or Peter Parked car.
Mm-hmm.
just that top window right there.
That meme, they got that meme. They locked that meme down. They were like, "Oh no, it's ours now. We're using it."
And then the Ultimate Spider-Man from the first Marvel Spider-Man game. And
I was gonna say, isn't that him?
Yeah, that's the Ultimate. That's the Ultimate Spider-Man. Yeah.
You had so many different versions, and then you had Metro Boomin was one of them. Metro Boomin was one of them. I'm like, yo, it might as well. You gave us a bomb soundtrack that the first time. Why the hell not?
Get them 2 lines. Get that credit, sir. Get that film credit. 2 lines.
There's nowhere to escape. Oh, it turns out there was a place to escape.
My bad, y'all. There was a way out. It's just my bad.
It was. Yes. The way he ignored Miles speaking Spanish to him, exactly. It did speak volumes. Because it was just like, oh, okay, hey, we on the same page.
Mm-hmm. No, we're not.
Unfortunately, we're not. Unfortunately, we're not.
I don't acknowledge you.
And he tried, and he actually, watching that speech back, he actually was explaining it to him. You could tell there was some frustration in his voice, but he was explaining it to him. But the minute he put him in that web
bubble bullshit.
But before he got all of that, this was the one that did it. This was the one that did it.
Baby,
the whole theater erupted for mine.
I'm gonna let this stay up here and marinate on that one for a little bit.
Oh my gosh, the whole theater lost their shit when this scene happened. Everybody
Uncle
lost
Prowler.
their shit.
Come through my window.
You're us.
Hey, yo.
Hey, listen, look. I don't know what to call him, but he's another daddy. I'll figure it out. Ooh, Daddy Prowler.
Oh,
Daddy Prowler.
Lurky Daddy.
Daddy Prowler.
Prowler Daddy. Prowler Daddy. Ooh.
Donald Glover, aka Childish Gambino.
Mm-hmm.
He makes his appearance again as Uncle Aaron, aka the Prowler, and the suit looks good.
Yeah,
it's good.
It
does.
does.
Good.
And I read about how they got this suit. They got this suit together in a matter of months. Like this was a favor he did for them. Like this wasn't even a contract deal.
What?
Yeah, like he was just like, oh yeah, that'd be cool I'll sign on for that.
Oh, there'll be a contract later.
Oh, definitely. Because now that we see it
in it,
we need to know. We need to know now.
Yeah, when if you sit and think about it, we really do have to just thank Donald Glover for all of this shit. Like
community.
The
community planted the seeds all them years ago.
Yeah.
And it's like it's always been there. It's always been there. I gotta look at that suit again because the suit was
it looked really good.
It looks really good.
Shout out to Tracy
the beard. Yeah, my boy.
It's clean.
I'm like, and then he said what he said. He tells Miles, he's like, it's not nice to stare. I said, you don't seem to understand, good sir. This is here because of you.
And he hit him with the hay right at the beginning.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, that's what's up.
I loved it. And so God, Montel. Now Montel's going. But yeah, shout out to Tracy. Shout out to Tracy Gigi Fields for not only just putting that suit together, but doing it in an amount of time that she did it, and it looks
right
amazing. So he's like, I'm like, yeah, you, Kevin. The ball is now in your court. Do not play around.
Wait, because here's the thing that I have about this whole movie. Because with every great success presents.
Oh, here we go.
No, hold on.
Is this the butterfly effect?
Hear me out.
It wasn't black enough, right?
The great butt.
Hear me out. With every great success, there creates even greater, if not unseen problem.
Okay.
Take Lauryn Hill, for example.
Oh, wait.
Education. One of the greatest fucking albums of all time. But the follow-up, how do you follow that shit?
You don't.
Even looking at wrestling.
You don't, and you
Roman
haven't.
Reigns having the title right now. You built this entire legendary legacy for this guy. So now you gotta figure out how the hell take it off of, make it believable.
Oh, there's several ways.
Well, that's another topic of the day. But with this movie here,
a gunfight, sir. I can tell you 5 ways to knock that off.
With this movie here, it doesn't matter what they do or who they cast or what story they use. If my anime nerds come to the front, if they do Miles live action in the MCU, no one's gonna be fucking pleased because this fucking movie was so good. It was so good to the point that whatever they do live action, everybody's gonna shit on it.
Are you opposed to Miles Brown playing Miles Morales?
I'm not. That's my pick, to be honest with you. But in a general consensus, anime fans in the room, what live action adaptation did you all love? I'll wait.
It's not gonna be.
Hey,
look. The way
Full
Metal Alchemist.
I'm about to say Full Metal Alchemist was good.
Yeah, Full Metal Alchemist.
Out of how many
That's the
dozens?
exception to the rule. Exception to the rule.
And Cowboy Bebop.
Cowboy Bebop was well done. Last of Us.
Kira's taking them out. Shit, not feeling this. Kira's taking them out. Watch out.
Oh yeah, no, they died.
I mean,
Much like Marvel's.
Don't get me wrong, Nick. I see what you're saying. I do see what you're saying, Nick. The problem. The only problem I can see with that is if the story is bad and the casting is bad. That's the only downfalls I see from it.
And of course, that's subjective, but at the same time, with this being so fucking perfect,
you're expecting a drop off.
Whatever Kevin Feige does, and trust me, I trust Feige in the same vein as Jesus and my wife. But whatever this man does, whatever he does, I guarantee you there's.
It still be under Sony.
Fans.
The Spider-Man films are under Sony, so it would still be under Sony.
But they may be very protective about that.
A chunk of fans are gonna hate it. It doesn't matter who they put in there.
There's a chunk of fans that hated Across the Spider-Verse for sound issues.
There's a chunk of fans who hate everything.
Wait, can I talk about that real quick?
Yeah. So yeah. Okay. I don't know, Laney. Did you have problems with in your theater as far as sound? Because I didn't, and I seen it twice and didn't have it. Kira, you said you had problems in yours.
It was a little bit drowned out. The vocal portion was a little bit drowned out. I saw one today with the reboot. Neutered this movie.
Really?
It's the music and the beats and the explosions, all that stuff. They overdid it. They toned it down.
It sounds like they rushed it then.
They picked the wrong thing to adjust. They should have adjusted the voice value, the vocal volume versus the background sounds or the explosions, whatever you want to call it. They went too far on the explosion.
Because I know here in Cleveland, I spoke to a friend of mine at the comic shop, and he went to the one on the other side of town, which is on the west side. It's called Crocker Park. They have a fantastic theater, by the way. And he said they have it's called Crocker Park.
He said it.
I heard
Crocker Park, not Cracker Park.
That's
okay.
Park.
That's what I heard.
That damn scrolls.
I'm like, how did you go there?
I heard Cracker Park. That's why I just said they got quiet.
I did pause. I was like,
Crocker Park. Croc.
As in Betty.
Park. Yes, like as in Betty. As in
Ali Fair. Okay.
I was really about to ask, sir, why are you going there?
No, but I've gone in because I seen the Batman there, so I know they have a good sound system. So when he said theirs, I guess, and they have an upstairs downstairs theater. That's their high end. And when he said that, I'm like, oh, that's interesting because I got people that's in Tennessee and New York, New Jersey, and they said some of theirs had problems and some of them didn't. So I must have gotten lucky at the theater I go to because I went twice, 2 different theater homes, and nothing happened. It was fine. So I thought it was a theater.
That's what I thought it was.
I thought it was a theater issue. That's what I thought. Because when I heard about when Lady Mandalore said it, I'm like, maybe it's a theater issue. And then when my friend said it, I said, huh. Could it be? I don't know if it could be the theater still.
I still say it's theater because I saw it twice now, and I'm like, I saw it twice in 2 different parts of Tennessee, and I'm like, I couldn't detect the issue. I couldn't take the mix was perfect. The sound actually hit. The vocals was where it needed to be. So I'm like, and these are 2 different sound systems. One sound system using Texas Instruments, one sound system using Bose. So it's like, I don't know what to say. It sounds fine to me.
Now I have to find a 4DX theater somewhere because I need to see it in 4DX now. I'm told it feels great. Apparently, I've never been in a 4DX theater.
You don't want to.
Is that wait?
Wait, I called it. That was where I went for the second one. That will forever be known as the Red Room to me. I have never been.
No.
Oh God!
Up in my seat.
Wow!
I want to unpack that one.
Yeah, please, let's go there.
No.
We got a little time. Let's talk about it.
Hit the switch. Let's go.
It's after 10 o'clock. It's Blur's after.
I mean,
after dark now.
Lord Jesus, I got water was thrown on me, wind was blowing, I got punched in my back. I never in my life. It is the Red Room.
The downside should have been
set of people that enjoy that type of shit.
Those people have safe words.
Pineapple.
Pineapple juice.
It should have been a warning when you went in there. It should have been a warning when you went in there and you saw the roll bar across the seats. And I'm like, that's kind of odd. Why are there roll bars in front of the seats like I'm on a roller coaster?
Will, I think that was Black Spartan. I think that was a sex theater you were in. I think that's a
movie.
No.
Wow.
I wish I could. No, I've been there.
You wish you were in the sex theater?
Oh, I've been there.
Hey, yo.
Sometimes you gotta do security in weird places. That's all I'm saying. Wherever they pay, sometimes
he's not wrong. He's not wrong. But
security.
Oh my.
But no. The theater we're at, no, seriously, the theater we're at, they do have security bars going across the seats. So I guess people have been hit or launched off or whatever. I just know when I was
launched off. This is getting wild.
This shit is wild.
Welcome to the Rocket Theater where you can be launched off.
All I know is I took the kids to go see one anime movie, and all we did was rock back and forth from side to side, and I realized I should have never got them snacks and drinks. Never got them snacks and drinks.
Across the bootyverse? Is that what you were Yo.
I love it.
Oh, we can't use that.
It's not miles long. Morale.
Y'all gotta stop. Y'all gotta stop.
We gotta save that for the Patreon.
Oh my Lord Jesus.
I'm so glad I'm a single man. Let's go.
Blur, what up, bro?
Oh, Jesus.
Oh my God.
What up, man?
Hey, man.
Yeah, seatbelts in the theater is wild.
That's why everybody was 42nd Street back in the day.
Oh Lord.
No.
Don't step off the circle.
Don't disturb the salt. You're disturbing
Don't
the salt.
disturb the salt. Oh my God. All right. So 40 yes.
That's the villain's name.
Oh,
okay.
My God.
All right. I'm
You know what? I'm not mad.
One last
Somebody
one.
gonna take that name.
This is how you end a Tuesday night. I don't care what anybody says. That's how you end a Tuesday night.
This is how you do it, baby. This is how you do it. So we got Donald Glover as the Prowler. Fantastic move. Like I said, Easter eggs. This is one of those films you can watch numerous times. You're gonna pick something up new every single time.
Yeah, it's like Ready Player One. There's no way in one sitting you're catching everything.
Right.
Yeah,
No way.
it's so much going on. You're just like, yo, ooh, but then it just as you're saying it, you got Spider-X. Jesus Christ. I'm like, I wasn't expecting that. Of all, I'm like, oh, you just pulled out. Oh, I should have known because you gave us Spider-Man Lego. I should have known. I should have known better. You're going for
Spider-Pig in the first one.
So. Yeah. So I'm like, what was I thinking? And so
Cage is Spider-Man Noir and didn't expect that little standout act.
Exactly. So it turned out to be this cavalcade of different spider people. And we're gonna give these animators a shout out because not all of them are rail thin or built like Miguel O'Hara. Some of them were thick. There were some thick ones. Some ones that got some. It was a couple of spider women that had some hips, and I'm like, oh, y'all representing.
Hey, yo,
Okay.
Miles, I need Miles and Spider Bite to have a baby because there is no reason.
Look at this.
But that girl is single.
I'm glad you said that. Way. Amanda Steinberg, shout out to her playing Spider Bite. She was feeling him 5 seconds after she met this brother.
Spider cakes.
She was on it.
Spider cakes.
Arachno cookies, ladies and gentlemen. Arachno cookies.
She was, yeah. She was on it. Spider Bite was on it. She was like, "Oh, he's about the same age as me." Oh, okay. He came in no mask on. My man didn't even have to say hey.
You could down here the Alicia Keys playing. You don't know about me. You can literally hear it playing.
You know, Miguel, we talking about I gotta use, regular wet fluid, but I always use, a special blend for you because
special blend for you. So the whole time Miguel is telling them they trap him in the little web and they're arguing amongst themselves. They're just like, yo, this is not what we talked about. This is not what's going on. He's looking around panicking. He looks dead at Hobie. Hobie was just like palms. And steps back. And Miles does exactly that, blows that thing up and takes off. And Hobie says, just for the record, I quit.
I'm out.
If that was not the 2 weeks notice, 14 days early. Damn.
That was a fuck you, I'm out.
Right.
That wasn't about no 2 weeks. That was my fuck
like
you
2 weeks,
job.
I'm gone. I'm like, fuck that. But see, this is why Spider-Punk was such the standout in this film. Because like he didn't give a shit. He called it how it was. He let it be known. Over 1,000 animators. His animation alone was all over the place, but it was beautiful.
Yeah.
And it showed it was in line with his not falling into, not being boxed in, not being labeled, not being just one particular way. This dude was, he walked the walk. And I was with it. I'm like, yeah, this dude, yeah, Hobie was jailbreaking.
Yeah,
the
level of
finished form.
That man had a level of apathy I wish I had.
Yeah. I loved Hobie, what he was bringing to the table. But I want to say something. All of that running around, that whole chase scene, and when Peter B finally he realizes, okay, this is not going the way it needs to go. I'm going to cut it off at the pass. I got to talk to my guy. He's talking to him. And we know Peter can be a little absent-minded because he's got a kid and all this other stuff. Yeah. And he was actually talking to him. He was like, yeah, they was in a place hidden. They were talking. I'm still with Peter B on this because he was just like, yo, this is not what I wanted for him. Not this.
No.
And so I got to talk. Hold the kid. Why? Hold the kid. You'll like it. She's magical. I had her because of you.
I thought that was so funny. It was like someone having a kid and trying to get rid of it. Hold the kid. Hold the kid. It's gorgeous. Hold the kid. Hold the kid. Hold the kid.
But he's still acting as a mentor. He's like, you don't understand. I had her because of you. You gave me that confidence to become that family man because I was scared. You gave me that confidence. Hold her. She's almost like your goddaughter at this point.
Right.
And so he's
daddy.
Not even thinking that he still got this watch on. We have your location. He's like, no, you don't. He was still fighting for Miles. He was like, no, you don't. No, he was like, shit, I forgot I had this on. Yeah. Like he was fighting for Miles. So I'm still with Peter B on this one. He's just like, now at this point, the only reason why he's in the chase is to stop any further danger to his mentee, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
But he did sit there and say at the end of it, this is not how we protect. At the same time, keeping that kid locked up is going to do more damage than good. And it's like, he sat there and saw what was coming, and it's like, this ain't, like you said, he's gonna first and foremost be his mentor. Let him go.
Yeah.
I don't understand why the plan was to let him know that he was an anomaly and we kind of don't like you because you fucking it up for the rest of us. Cool. And B, why would you try to keep this kid or make this kid basically your enemy? Like, even if you didn't tell him the reason why you're keeping him there, which don't fucking tell him that's because his dad's gonna die. You're creating an enemy out of the one anomaly in the Spider-Verse that started, according to you, started all this.
That's what Mr. Anderson has to do. That's what he said. That's what Mr. Anderson. He sat there and looked at him and said, you're not supposed to be here. Matter of fact, you're not supposed to be Spider-Man. He sat there and literally gave him the Matrix speech. Like, you don't.
It's wild. You told a teenager, half black, half Latino,
you don't belong.
Half Puerto Rican.
You don't belong here.
That you were a mistake. Like, come on, bro. Like, what does that do to somebody?
And you being a Latin man yourself.
But it shows the constant trope of whoever in the movie claims they know everything. They are so arrogant. They're going to tell you and dare you to do something.
Almost damn near villain vibes.
Basically. Basically.
Oh, the way he started coming at him?
Yeah.
Yo.
It went from chasing him down to like, now you're assaulting this kid.
Yeah.
Like,
and we have to eliminate him.
He was gonna try to kill him for real.
Yeah.
It's like everybody else at this point, everybody else is trying to catch up to you to at least try to talk some sense to you, because you're flailing at this point. You're flailing at this point. Like you're going after this kid. You're the only one that really got your hands on him because nobody else did. You know, they went from trying to stop Miles to trying to stop you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, and they're just like, dude, you're going too far. This ain't what we talked about. This isn't the way. And I'm like, Miguel, really, my guy, you fucked up.
Yeah.
Miles didn't fuck up.
No.
He was like, that spider that bit you, it wasn't like that.
That on me.
Exactly. That ain't had nothing to do with Miles.
I'm like, see, that's the standard trope of the villain who doesn't think he's done anything wrong. It's that megalomaniac mindset.
Every villain thinks of the hero of their own story.
That's, as we said,
that's the good question. Is Mayday is Mayday right? And here's a good question. Safari said, "Well, is Mayday an anomaly since he was born thanks to Miles?"
Yeah, she's the outcome of them running into each other. So yeah.
And isn't Mayday a canon event in his life?
Yep.
Where does it start?
And if I'm not mistaken, Peter B is the 616 Peter Parker.
Yeah.
So here you got the 616 Peter Parker, who's pretty much the beginning, and Miles is the next one in line.
616.
Y'all followed us.
We ain't ask y'all to do this.
Y'all followed us.
Yep. Y'all don't go to. Y'all don't go here. Y'all don't go here.
But that's the whole villain side. It's like you're trying to control time and space as we see it, not realizing you're destroying it. Trying to corral it, trying to hold one kid, and then at the same time, you want someone. It's like he has to die. I'm like, oh, yeah, this is definitely villain vibes. He has to die in order to preserve the universe.
Or leave him the fuck alone. Mind your business. Like, stay in your lane. You literally, all you had to do, Miguel, several times was mind your business. You didn't have to invade somebody else's world after they died. You didn't have to try to reclaim it.
That was a selfish move.
That was the hypocrite side when you try to go back and change it and you made it worse. You try to go back and change it and make it worse, and you still want to tell him, "Oh, I've done this before. I know what happens." Okay, you failed.
But see, all he did was show Miles that I did what you're doing, and you see the results of him. It starts messing with his psyche, and it just changes the way he does things.
Right.
And Miles is determined that's not going to be the case. I will save my dad.
Yeah.
I will save my dad. No, you
I will save
not.
my dad, and I will
I'm
save
not like
everyone.
I'll save everyone.
He's literally taking what he's been taught and what was obviously already instilled in him. You save everyone as best as you can.
That was the dynamic of it. You have one Spider-Man saying Spider-Man can't do both, and he's like, I can't do both.
That's if that's not a Peter Parker talk all day. I'm like, that's what you do. Don't tell me I can't do it, because now you're telling me I can't do it. I'm going to do it anyway. That's even more gas for me to go.
Like, let me remind you, bitch, I'm him. Let me remind you.
I'm 15. Look what I did.
Right.
It's like, you're not supposed to be here. You're not supposed to do this. So tell me why I led all your army in your only clubhouse empty.
Right.
Ta-da!
I shot the fair one with Wilson. I shot the fair one with Wilson Fisk first day on the job, nigga. I'm him.
So you must not know. You must not know. And when he said, and that's when Peter was like, "Yep, I taught him." Like, you did. You
that was a proud mentor moment. Yeah.
It was a couple. He had a couple proud mentor moments. He had a couple proud mentor, and I had to give it to him. He was like, "Yeah, you did teach him that. You taught him all of that." He has his parents. You told this kid to his face, "Don't save your father. He's supposed to die." Hold up, what?
Right.
And this dude is out here creating portals all over the place, and I can't.
That was the wild part.
I gotta get back.
That was the wild part. You didn't want to go after the person that was basically becoming more powerful as they're consuming supernovas, but you want to stop me.
Right.
But
it's reverse damage control. It's literally reverse damage control.
Yeah.
You know, we're not gonna go after the source. We're just gonna keep putting boards up over the windows that keep breaking. That's all we're doing. We're putting boards up over the windows.
And once again,
sounds very 45ish.
Exactly. Right. Exactly. And then you put the ball in Gwen's court, because she's the same age as Miles, if not maybe a couple months older. They're around the same age. So now you're bearing more weight on this girl because you sent her there to begin with. That was on you. That was your call, in Jessica's call. The fact that she didn't know how to tell him shows that she does care about him. She just didn't know how to tell him. That is a heavy load to bear.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna send her to tell him that the person that he obviously cares about. It's too many emotions running high right now.
Yeah,
it was too many emotions. Right. I will say this. What Tafari say? He said, if that's the case, ain't Spot escaping to kill his dad technically canon? So was Gwen supposed to fall? Here's another thing.
Yeah.
Miles seen that part of the future.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
He's seen that happening. Like when the captain was getting saved, it was the same scenario. It was almost the same scenario. He sees his father in those flashes. He didn't know what that was at first.
Right.
And now here we are.
But apparently, me saving my dad me letting my dad die is the catalyst of everything. We're at the nexus point. It's like he has to go.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And so it says a lot. So when he says that, I'm like, oh, like you said, Nix, shot a fair one. He fooled all y'all. I'm out. He said, I'm out. He gets back to the base. Let me tell you what Black solidarity looks like. It looks like these two. Hobie was backing him up. Spider-Bite was backing up. And she didn't know what happened because, Miles was invisible. He didn't see her. Or she didn't see him. And he activated the computer, but the computer scanned him for Earth 42. Such a blink and you miss it moment.
Mm-hmm.
And then when he shows up in that world, Miguel gets back. Now he's off the rails.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He's completely off the rails now. And there's just no way. When that line is dropped on him, he's like, you're supposed to be the heroes. And he disappears and he looks back. He's like, we are. And I'm like, yeah, you don't sound too confident right now, my guy.
That part.
You don't sound you looking back at everybody and they looking at you like, yeah, dude.
This seems a little wrong.
That's
yeah.
awesome.
You're the only one that got your hands on that kid. We were chasing after you.
Like you spent your afternoon body slamming a 15-year-old child that just wants to save his father's life. Like, just sit back and get some therapy real quick. Think about your
Right.
If that didn't have Law and Order vibes behind it.
Let's consider our life
Dunk, dunk.
decisions. Is this a positive life decision for all of us?
Right.
Gotta hit him with a nigga. Do you hear yourself?
Right. And so when he gets mad, he say he's had enough of Peter B. I'm like, dude, you really ain't got no right to talk to this dude like that. Yes, he can be goofy, but like once again, you wouldn't be here if it wasn't for him. I don't care if you recruited him. It started with him.
Mhm.
You wouldn't be no 2099 if it wasn't for Peter Parker. I'm just saying. You know, so now here we are. You're tired of Peter B. Hobie quit, rightfully so.
Mm-hmm.
Look at Jessica's face again. I think she's starting to have second thoughts because she was like, "Okay, I was with you to the end until I think you went too far." Because she's able to talk him into some stuff.
Mm-hmm.
You know, knowing what she knows, she's able to talk him in. Yeah, Jessica was a narc. She was a narc, but she wasn't seeing it for what it is because, see, it's easy to say it's a canon event. It has to happen. It's easy to say that, but to experience it, and this is another thing I loved when they showed all those different canon events.
Mm-hmm.
I love you, Kevin Feige. I love what you've been doing with the MCU, but this is exactly how you do a multiverse story.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
This was probably
This is how you plant the seeds in other stories so you can create other properties.
Pretty much.
Yeah. You kind of they kind of hit that on the head, and they're just like, yeah, it's not messy.
And I'm
It's
not
not
gonna co-sign calling Jess a narc because we all have known at least one black woman in our lives who have been loyal to a fault.
Yeah, that's fair. You know what? You're right. That's fair. That's fair.
Yeah,
that's fair.
She thought she was doing the right thing.
I'll take that.
She has
I'll
been
take
too loyal for too long.
Well, she thought she was doing the right thing. She's like, she believed
Exactly.
it. She believed it until her faith wasn't rewarded. When she
Can we say she saw the potential?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
she did. Yes, I think she definitely saw
Because from Miguel's perspective, if you're coming in without having any attachments to Miles, it sounds like it's a problem. It's Doctor Strange trying to fix the multiverse with the MCU Spider-Man.
I love that he uses that line. Don't even get me started on Doctor Strange and that twerk.
Don't get you started. Look at you.
Like, nigga, this wasn't really all this time. We thought it was Tom Holland. Nigga, it was you.
Like, bruh, you stole someone's life. And you try to stand on this sanctimonious soapbox trying to talk down on Miles, who's still a kid.
In this man's refrigerator, drinking the last sip of orange juice every morning. Like,
I wonder how many times Miguel actually effed up before he was like, okay, probably can't do this anymore.
After what Miguel O'Hara did, all I have to say is, don't you put that on us. That's all I.
He was waiting to do that one.
I was waiting for that one. I was waiting for that because it fit just right.
Yeah,
it fit just right. So, but I like that they got all these universes together, and I'm like, you know what? Y'all figured it out. Like, just when we thought there was a good balance, y'all figured it out, and it's not messy, you know, at all. You're just like, yeah, we kind of, you know, as comic readers, we understand the multiverse to an extent. And when you're reading it, yeah, it can get convoluted, it can get twisted, it can get confusing as hell. But this, you got it.
Marvel has the chops right now to create an equally devastating animated universe, just like DC did. Right now, we already know that the top grossing animated movies that Marvel has in their arsenal belong to a half black, half Hispanic Spider-Man.
Hello.
So if
Once
you just
again,
get off
once
your
we-
ass and start trying to get these B-list actors out here trying to make these roles and do it right, you'll bring more people to the theaters and you'll actually build fandoms.
The thing about that is, and because I have a certain bias, I stand with my blurred sister Frankie. If Marvel decides to get into animation heavy, it's fucking over for DC. And
fact.
Right now with
if
DC
they
animated films,
if they step back and said, "All right, we're gonna take a break from live action, we about to dump it all,"
it's fucking over for them.
Because what if was not bad? What if was
it's a heavyweight fight, but I wouldn't call it over.
I would say it's over because Marvel is starting to realize that the same old stuff what they were doing before
with Miles.
I will be honest, it's a heavyweight fight, but I wouldn't call it. I wouldn't say it's a knockout.
I love Marvel Ride or Die. You put today's animated series with Marvel up against anything from DC. I'm watching a DC animated series long before I even consider looking at anything in Marvel.
Well, exactly, but right now,
what Marvel has in their tank, what they have in their tank that are strong contenders right now: Spider-Man the animated series, X-Men 97, and both their Across the Spider-Verse and Into the Spider-Verse. Those are strong contenders. Like these are all rewatchable to no end. But it's not enough. It's not enough to stay in the fight.
I mean,
listen, look, I'm gonna say this. I have not seen X-Men 97 yet. I do not know what they are. I'm already a little bit.
Well, I mean the original X-Men cartoon.
Yeah, I am not really willing to risk putting my heart out there.
All DC has to sit there and say is we're bringing back Stack's animated series. And
that's
then
not happening. That's not. Don't do that. Don't do that.
I'm telling you, if you want knockout shots, all James Gunn has to sit there and say is, yeah, we're bringing back the animated series. Which one?
Not even bringing back. If they just say we're doing the Milestone.
If they say the Milestone Collective, that's a knockout shot.
Oh, there.
Oh,
yeah, they're locking them in after that. They're locking them in after that.
And that's just the dream of DC putting
Coffee's
something
your
in animation. That's not even going up against something that exists.
I mean, I didn't want them to compete. The fact that I would just love to see Milestone's initiative get put out there front street and just let them run with the characters.
Yeah,
I would be completely content with that. I don't even want competition. I would rather sit here and be anime and animation heavy on both sides of the street and just enjoy both.
Here's my dream, and Nix and I have talked about this many times.
Will is glitching.
Lord, Nix and I have talked about this many times. We're both Milestone stands.
Take a moment, Laney. Take a moment. Take a seat for a little bit. Not all of us can be Kobe.
Oh, wow.
It's all right. It's all right. No,
it's all right.
It's all right. Take a breath. I'm not a bad captain. We get Miles thinking he's talking to his mother.
Mm-hmm.
And you're watching this whole thing and it's going down. You think Gwen is watching in on this whole conversation until she goes inside the room. You're just like, it's kind of weird. And Rio doesn't realize there's a Spider-Man. I'm like, that's kind of weird. And then that's when he's not home.
Mm-hmm.
He is not home. He's on Earth 42. He's not at 16. And that's when Gwen realizes it. That's when Miguel realizes it. And then you see Uncle Aaron walk in the room. And you're just like, yo, this shit just got bad.
You took out your braids.
You took out your braids, man.
Took out your braids, man.
Looks good. Getting used to it. And it's this whole conversation. And then he goes up on the roof with Uncle Aaron. You see, oh, your dad is dead on this universe already.
Mm-hmm.
And Uncle Aaron is the Prowler, or so you thought. And you get knocked out by the Prowler, and then you wake up, and it's you, dude. You're facing off with the Prowler, and it turns out the Prowler is you.
The way my son Dono shit a whole chicken when he saw
A
that
chicken?
Yes,
What?
the whole chicken.
Like,
But he wasn't the only one.
Yeah, me too.
Shout out to Dono. It's more like a chicken tender, but yeah. He did.
Wow. Yeah, it was. I'm like, damn, this kid is not home, and he's facing off with. He's what the hell?
Imagine.
That was
So out of left field.
That was Kira. Oh my god!
But it was so out of left field, and you're just like, damn, this got bad. You're not just at home, but now you're facing off against yourself.
A darker version of yourself. Just what would happen if you never. It's almost like it almost is a what if story. What if Miles was never bit and you became the Prowler?
Yeah,
and you had to face yourself. You
have Jay Jonah
with a different accent and all.
Yeah, which tells you I'm like, oh, you've been around your mom a lot more than you've been around your father.
Yeah,
and
that must have been a long time.
It had to been, and you hear Jay Jonah in the background.
I love Marvel.
Yeah, you hear Jay Jonah on the radio talking about the Senator 6 crime syndicate is on the run. Like, I'm like, yo. They haven't had a Spider-Man at all. Now, when the Spot was talking about how that spider got snatched from that universe, they show it's a pencil drawing, like quick. It's so quick. They show that Miles, who almost got bit, and that spider got pulled out.
Yeah,
they showed it. That is that fast. And so I'm like, okay, so if the timing is right, then it's been a year and some change that they haven't had any Spider-Man. Obviously, his father's died early because my man's a stand in Gotham City. I'm just saying, like, even Tafari said it. Like, yeah, they left Miles in Gotham City. Like,
they did.
Miles created Gotham City.
Miles created.
Yeah.
It's in Bloodhaven.
It's just Bloodhaven,
right?
That point, yeah.
Not even Gotham.
So we get a major thing going on where this thing has been this is a perfect comic book turn. Perfect. Because I kept waiting for it to I was waiting for it to be continued. I kept waiting for it. It wasn't showing up. And I'm like, when is it gonna come? It's gotta come here. It's gotta come here. It came right here. But we get Gwen. And this is the beautiful part. Gwen goes back home. She has to talk with her father. She says, what she says? She says, this guy came by, real character, dropped this off. Hobie came through in the clutch again and left her a watch. She goes, she makes her peace with her father, leaves. When you see her again, she's got the original squad. Spider-Pig, Spider-Man Noir, Penny shows up again. She's got Spider Bite with her. Hobie said, I'm back in, because that's my guy. She was like, I finally found a band. You want to join? And I'm just like,
full circle moment.
Right.
Y'all can't come with this third installment quick enough.
Yeah, buddy.
Yo, so am I the only? So y'all have to admit that swerve, and then it said to be continued. You've never seen so many people get upset in your life. Yo, they came unglued.
And you know what's crazy?
I
loved it because the fact
you and me both.
People have been so spoiled by just Easter eggs alluding to another movie instead of getting your ass just dropped off the cliff. I'm like, you gotta
cinematic blue balls.
Yeah.
Some of y'all didn't sit through Empire. You know what I mean?
Thank you very much, Kira.
Cinematic blue balls.
Cinematic blue balls.
Question. Y'all, is the stylistic differences between all the characters from their various universes, is that something only we perceive as people just watching it? Because I just thought for a second, like Hobie
with Mrs. Chen, when you see the camera when they go to Mrs. Chen's universe, the Spot is still the Spot.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's no changing into that version of the Earth or anything.
No.
Like whatever you look like, that's what you look like.
Mrs. Chen didn't react because Mrs. Chen that's her.
She's seen it all.
I'm
thinking
about Hobie showing up with his damn outline flashing every time he moves at Gwen's house. Her dad must have been like, "Well, what the fuck is wrong with your skin? Like, is that a condition? Do you need to sit down?"
That's why he said he's like, "Yeah, friend dropped us off. He's quite a character." That's all he can say. He's like, "Yeah." Couldn't respond to him.
Not a character. I gave him cortisone.
Flickering.
He's speaking Cockney or something. I don't know, whatever that is.
He needed lotion. I gave him cortisone.
They call it road and Cockney. Is the
which I think Daniel Kaluuya is from that area. From that area.
Yeah,
so I'm like,
and his is thick Cockney too, so it's really hard to.
I like it a lot.
That's the biggest shit I've ever seen in my life.
Yep.
Oh my gosh, girl!
Good night, everybody.
Yo. Cinematic assassin, that's the clip. That's the clip.
Garrett, please don't take a bite. I beg of you. You smile like that. Don't take a bite. There will be mass murder. I tell you what.
But me catching that ending, because the 2 times I seen it in the theater, all I heard, it was like I heard the first time it was like, oh. The second time somebody was waiting back. This some bullshit.
There always gotta be that person. Always.
Yeah, I was just like, I'm like, y'all were spoiled. Like Nick said, y'all were spoiled. Like we read comics, we deal with these type of drops. Like now you ache for that next issue. You're just like, I gotta know. I've got to know. I gotta wait a month. I gotta know. You know?
And then they give you some fucking side bullshit story in between the actual goddamn story.
Like, I don't care about that. I want to know what's happening right now.
That's so messed up. First time.
So we're wrapping it up. We'll go around, get a rating from everybody. Scale of 1 to 10.
Do we even have to do this? Do we even have to? But
wait, for real.
I'm about to say 1, 2, 3.
Hold on, we're gonna do this. We're gonna do this.
I found no fault. I think everybody gonna be saying 10.
Okay, so in other words,
I gotta tell you, it was perfect. Perfect. Everything, down to the last minute details.
Big facts.
I never thought I'd agree with
I
the
was gonna say
Homelander.
15 out of 10, but okay.
There's no gauge. The gauge is broke.
I mean, it's a well done end. I mean, that's why I said I don't think anybody would disagree. It's like we can't find you. You would have to be a lonely some bitch to try to find something wrong with this movie.
Except for that one guy.
Well, people have successfully done it.
The guy that's on the clock app. You talking about the one guy on the clock app?
Some bitch.
Because the one kid that was on the clock app was like, yeah, me and my friends was like, what the fuck?
All these different types of. If Blacksburg got a hold of him, he would have got roasted still.
I think his account got banned. I'm not mistaken.
Wow.
I think they went in on him. Like, shout out to Hellspawn. He let me know. I was like, yeah, I think they got that dude. Because like,
damn.
Even the one dude that trolls about all the MCU movies, I haven't seen anything from that dude. I'm like, yeah, you might want to shut the fuck up on this one.
Yeah.
This is not the ride you want to do that on.
This is not the time to do a negative. Don't do a negative takedown. Just get clicks. You'll get a lot more attention than you won't.
That part.
So we're wrapping it up. We obviously gave it an off the Richter scale rating. This was quite possibly they're getting a win off of this.
Mm-hmm.
I see another award in their future because
can we dare say the O word? Can we say Oscar?
Oh, they're getting another one. They got one the last time. They're getting another one.
I need to no. Let me put it this way. I need them to run the table like every World War II movie runs the table. I am so tired of a World War II movie every time at the fucking Oscars. Just.
We all looking at each other like what
movie
was this?
So we all said the same thing, like World War what?
It was like about this soldier. I'm like, when did this come out?
I was like, how many more?
Like, how are you a contender?
I always say, how many more movies can you make about the same World War? I definitely see another Oscar in their future. I don't know what. Let me see.
Elemental came out, no competition.
I kind of feel bad.
The Teenage Kraken, I think it's coming out, or if it hasn't come
that's
out
gonna
already.
come out. That's why I feel so bad for those two.
I'm sure they're great films. Don't get me wrong, but it's not
This one.
I don't see it being this.
Nah.
And
this one should be a good contender for Best Picture, actually.
Yeah. And I wouldn't doubt, like, they're definitely gonna go, if my money was betting on them, which it should be, Best Picture, Best Animation. Walk out the door. Just
maybe even Best Soundtrack.
Definitely that.
Oh, we'll never get it.
No, they're not gonna give that.
Yeah.
Best adapted screenplay as well.
They better put all the money in their pot. Put all the money in the pot.
Yeah.
we were ready to riot after Queen Angela. You can go ahead and mark it now.
I will say this. I went to a 2:00 showing today, sold out.
I believe it.
Because it's good. It's just that damn good.
We almost a month away from
maybe
release
a
date.
7:00 one, but
We're a
not
month
two.
away. We're not too far away from the drought, so we might as well enjoy it while it lasts.
Yeah, especially the way these movies are dropping. The way these movies are dropping. Two, the way these movies are dropping and leaving the theaters quicker.
Isn't Flash supposed to be coming out this week?
It's this week.
2 days.
So the only contenders right now, because right now Spider-Man is in second place thanks to Transformers, which we'll be covering Thursday. You want to tune in Thursday at 9 p.m. for that one. That was a fun
You
one.
riding too hard for Flash, Will. Just calm down.
That's reverse Flash.
I think
Flash or Zoom.
Hey, Queen Jasmine.
Will Flash or Zoom?
Jazz, what up?
So hey Jasmine, what's going on, sweetie? So in a show of hands, how many of us have seen the Flash movie?
Just two people in the
Yeah, I'm about to say it'd just be y'all two.
Me and Nix have talked in private, and I didn't confirm, nor did he deny, but we just hit
detective. We just hit the Miyagi nod at each other, like
yeah. Like I didn't see it, but I'm just like I'm catching wind, and I'm like, he was just like,
so it happened.
Yeah.
Let's put it like this: not our theory.
We had three options. We had three options about the theory. I'm just curious: was it A, B, or C? And only
it wasn't the collective in this room.
Yeah,
saying Grant Gustin. That wasn't it.
Oh shit. Okay.
I was hella wrong. I went all in that theory and was hella wrong.
Okay.
Would have been it was a dream. It was a dream.
I will say this about Flash before it comes out, having already seen it. In my personal view, it was like watching the most brilliant gymnast routine. I mean, imagine one person doing like floor and bars and fucking rings and the horse, and they're doing all this shit in one routine, and it's amazing. And then on the dismount, it's like, oh,
damn,
the fuck, man. You couldn't stick the landing.
How you do all that, Knicks, and I'm getting like hyped, and then
and that's what's gonna happen to you when you see it.
Here's the thing: are we here? Are we here? Yes, we're curious not because of Ezra Miller. It's not because of him.
I wish I could show the picture.
It's not because of them. Let me correct it. It's not because of them. It's because of the Flash character. We wanted to see what was going to happen. They just doubled down by giving us Michael Keaton. And then we were just like, all right, I'm in because you got our back.
Tafari, you're going to hell.
Oh no, you can't.
You're going to hell.
Eddie!
You're going to hell.
No.
Wow.
Eddie!
You are.
Oh no.
And on that
with
note,
gasoline.
And what's fucked up is
Hero.
we like this over a fictional character, bro. Like, oh shit, you can't say that.
The level
it's
of
too soon. Like, it's too soon.
God.
Decades later, it's still too soon.
Yeah. So we will be doing our Transformers review this Thursday at 9 p.m. Probably next week we will probably be covering the Flash. Just because. Why not? But we will also be. I'm trying to figure out how we want to do our Father's Day episode, because everybody does their Father's Day episodes kind of the same. You know, we know who the Black fathers are. We already know about all those the sitcoms and everything else. Might want to play it a little differently.
If it's a game, I'm out.
I'm a whole villain with the game.
I'm not playing with Kira again. You are a level of competition I do not want nor need in my life.
I play to win, sir.
No.
Why else would I play a game?
You can't argue. You cannot argue with that woman's logic. It's
even her voice changed when she said that. That's scary as shit.
Nick, you didn't play with her. You did it.
It was the wildest thing. Like I had them so stumped because we did Blur Jeopardy. We had no guest. It was just us, and I was just hosting. And the questions that I was throwing out, Nix, you would have been proud.
he had some scratches in there. I don't lie.
Nix would have been like, I taught him that.
I love it.
It was all Lex Luthor vibes. It was just like, oh, I was sitting back, bald head and all. I was just like, I'm going to enjoy this. You know, it was something glorious. So we might be doing that at BlurCon. You never know. But I don't think Lady Mandalore is going to let me do all the questions. I'm like,
no, for
you're
y'all,
not doing that.
Listen, y'all gonna I don't want to hear shit. I'm working on it.
She's like, we are not doing those. She's like, you're going to get us killed. No. So before we get out of here, I want to thank the family for always stopping through, man. Nix, Montel, y'all family. Y'all not guests, y'all family. Like it could be one of them tired days, and come on in, man. We got some chicken in the mic. Go ahead. Go ahead, some chicken in there.
I'm still waiting for my chicken for the last mic, but it's all good.
Well, it's always a revolving door of kids around.
My bad, I ate that, man. I'm sorry.
Oxtail.
It's like eating ramen. It's like eating ramen in Japan. Just watch it pass on by.
Oh my God! But before we do our sign off, I want to thank everybody who's tuned in. Thank you for checking us out, showing your love. You can always give stars on the Facebook page. Show some love. We can always get more great stuff from the stars. We can always get more production value from the stars because you know what? Fury can't do it all by itself. I'm just saying. This shit is not cheap. It'd be very nice. Can I have some more, sir?
We just ask that you donate to the church.
That's it. Donate to the church.
Pass the plate around.
Open up your hearts and your wallets.
So
no, we prefer jingles.
But we like the
kind of fold.
Open your wallet with your heart. There you go.
There we go. Oh my God, Lady Mandalore, tell them where you're at.
Oh Lord, you can find me on Instagram and on Fanbase at Roomful of Blurs. Yeah, there you go. Roomful of Blurs. I am also on TikTok as Child of Mandalore, where I do some voices every once in a while. I try to keep up on that page as much as I can. It's been touch or go recently. Child of Mandalore is also another podcast that I do where I talk about the history of Mandalore. Everything up until the most recent iteration. So I'm out of the I'm about to approach the Rebels portion of the history of Mandalore, if anybody knows about Star Wars. Anyway, there's that.
Real quick, Verb, don't worry about the cash button. Tell a friend to subscribe and hit that notification bell. Let's get them numbers up over there too. Like Brother Nick said, we like the cash, the jingles, but we prefer the kind that folds.
I will not do what I was about to do.
Here we go.
Is it only fans material?
A show?
I will not do what I was about to do.
Follow our Patreon, ladies and gentlemen.
Wait. Give them what they could possibly get.
Ain't no way. Ain't no way.
Wait, is it Blur's Eye View After Dark material?
Oh, I mean,
After Dark.
So, you can also find me once a month. The first Saturday of every month, I hold an audio chat room on Fanbase at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Saturdays, to reiterate. And then I also have my podcast called Roomful of Blurs, which is live on Sundays at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Holy Jesus. And I'm out.
He's listening. I tell you that much. He's like,
better not be.
this camp here. Thank God they're on my side. I was like,
wow.
He got cash out.
Laney is fighting to sleep. She's gonna collapse, but she's
Sleepy Brown.
You're almost through, baby.
She's a soldier. She's a soldier.
What's up, y'all? I am Laney from Geek by Heart. Me and my husband run a YouTube channel that is also Geek by Heart. We talk about a lot of different things that is geeky. I love to talk about horror. I also write articles for blurredeyeview.org, so check that out as well. My latest one, I think, was on Boogeyman that just came out in theaters last week. You will also see me on TikTok and IG, all by Geek by Heart. So just come on. We got pie. We don't bite.
We got pie. Yo, real quick, shout out to Kirk King Brown over at HNIC. He finally did a comedy set and he ranked. He won. He ranked #1. So shout out to him.
Yeah,
he did his thing out
nephew.
there. Well done. I told him he had it. I was like, "Come on, cuz you got this, man. Come on." So shout out to Kirk, man. Where we going next? Let's do this. Let's go to Martell.
Oh, okay.
It's
all about posture. Okay.
Are you here? Are you present?
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, blurs of all ages, good evening, good morning, good afternoon. Once again, it's your Frosty Beard, the Bloater Corn. See the hair? Just make it frosty. You can find me on Instagram and on Twitter under Navy Montel. You can find me under YouTube, Twitch, and TikTok under Rogue Catnip. Someone asked me what the history of that nickname is. I said I'm gonna do it in a video one day. I will be in attendance at AwesomeCon this weekend in DC, so I'll be working in conjunction with the Artway Alliance, and I'm looking forward to it because Eric and them crew, talented, dynamic, and it's gonna be a reunion because there's gonna be so many of us there and just doing the thing. And I am always honored to be here with y'all because when I say my mutuals and my family, I mean this. I mean this. Every last one of y'all brings something beautiful and vibrant to this entire spectrum of melanation. And people are scared of what we do, so we're going to keep scaring the fuck out of them. Okay, I'll be Michael Myers up to this son of a bitch. I don't care. I don't care. You don't like me? Fine.
They don't know.
I'm not the one you should be afraid of. The next generation behind me is crazy as hell. So
that fucking part.
Oh, my God. Brother Nix.
Sweet brother Nixie.
Sweet brother Noopsy.
Yo, I like that though.
Sweet brother Nixie.
First of all, thank you again, Chris, for having me in here, man. I appreciate it. You actually have no idea how much I needed this week. Shit's been life has been lifing, but
I'll see him tomorrow.
Life has been lifing for sure, so I definitely need this tonight. Do You Speak Geek? That is the page that's on Instagram. I'm also on Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, and the YouTubes and the Clock app. Let's see what's next for me. BlurredCon. I got my CCW podcast panel. We're clotheslining the culture, so be on the lookout for that at BlurredCon. Also, as I said earlier, Dono is realizing a dream of mine because I've always wanted to be a judge of a cosplay contest, but he's gonna do it first. So shout out to Dono.
I love that kid, man. He's awesome.
Yeah, man. Yeah. After BlurredCon wraps, I'm hopping head first back to the BYSG Lives, doing interviews with some of my mutuals and some people I want to talk to, but I haven't gotten to yet. But I'm definitely doing that. And then as soon as the turn of the fall occurs, we'll be getting ready for the 3rd annual DYSG Awards.
Ooh, yay!
You know what we got to do, crew. Black Spartan.
Yep, it is I. It is I, Black Spartan, also known as Black Box 447 on all socials. I usually do reviews on everything that I read, that I play, sometimes gym stuff because I do a couple push-ups and apparently scared Jehovah's Witnesses. I had that ability about myself.
This is why I need a Blurred's Eye View After Dark.
Oh my god!
That's why I need this. Once I figure out a way to swing it, I'm gonna do it.
Naked with a frozen chicken. What you want, Umbungamba?
Saved Bigly.
Oh my god.
That's what you do.
Oh god!
Yeah,
I have a few podcasts of my own. The first one, How the Fuck We Got Here, every Wednesday and Saturday can be found on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. My other podcast called Get Bit Podcast, my video game podcast, my co-host Joe Tonello, also can be found on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch. Every podcast can be found wherever podcasts can be heard. Also joining Opulence Radio and Always Record TV. At the same time, guys, as I've always said, you need to be more about sharing, promoting others who are trying to do well, who have accomplished things of that nature, because it literally takes zero energy to do all of these things. So support them the same way you support Beyonce. And at the end of it all, I just have one rule, whether it's being social in person or with me online, don't be a dick. We'll all be cool.
There you go. Cinematic assassin, the ship's computer. He's powering down.
He's just being violent right now.
How can that gotta be for somebody to be like, he got enough Jesus, I'm good, I'm gonna just go.
Like, baby, why your eyes so red?
He got enough Jesus.
Baby, you look sleepy. You need something to eat.
Did you nap early today, baby?
Your blood sugar look low, baby.
How'd them nuggets get in your ears? Were they in your eyes a second ago?
Oh my god!
You're not drinking enough water, is you?
It is the voices today.
Oh my god! See what the problem is? That boy over there, he's sitting there. That's how.
I told his grandfather all he needed was a bowl of chitlins. The boy was just fine.
Please go on and make him a plate. He look hungry.
And make sure he gives some of that motherfucking cornbread.
He's so worried about that beard. He ain't no bread.
He should have never.
Stop making fun of my baby. Just come here.
Just soak it. Just soak it
making fun of the boy. He just looks like he missed a sandwich or two.
No, he did not feed him well.
He just looks so weary.
I'm a little tired of stuff.
Weary at all.
That boy got on.
Not weary.
You go ahead, assassination. Go ahead. Go ahead, assassination.
Oh my.
What can I say, baby? May he media?
What's he hemming up? Is a hemming now? Is he making dresses?
I think he gonna hem them pants you brought.
He one of them costume players. I know he was. Bless your heart. He one of them costume players.
Oh my god! All right, we got
this. My fault.
I'm gonna leave you alone. Will I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna leave you alone.
This is the staple at this show. There's a moment where we go on a tear. Good Lord, go back several seasons when it was me, DC, and Candy B, and we went on a whole tear on Scott Summers. A whole half hour. I swear to God, it was a roast session. You couldn't shut us down. It was like, yeah, we got to shut this down. I'm running out of space.
All right, this was on me. My bad.
Oh, but that's how I did it. Then I'm like, you know what? That's kind of the thing. They like that. So go ahead, Cinematic Assassin.
All good. Yes, your boy will be watching at Mayhem Media. It's MAYEHEM Media. It don't matter what site you're on. That's YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok. Where I do movie reviews, TV reviews, talk about comics and whatever the hell else I choose. I'm also a writer for purefandom.com where I do my written trailer reviews. I'm also a writer for blurredeyeview.org where I talk about the movies where things go boom. Definitely check out my Fast X review since we are blackballing it from the show for some reason. But
like nobody's seen it.
Ain't nobody watching that.
Well,
Ain't nobody watching that, son.
Only
listen,
2 people have seen it, so
Scorsese is ashamed of you because that is cinema.
Oh my God.
Get out of here. As I will always stress, mental health is important. So make sure you take your meds and take that PTO. And whatever else you do in this life, make sure you lean into learning, lean into laughter, and lean into love. And we're going to make this thing a better place.
All right. We are what they call incorrigible. But as Tafari said, so about that not breaking the jar, it fell off just on the ending alone. I'm like, yeah, always does. We never fail. We never fail to impress. But Nick's, like you said earlier, blur count's gonna be a blast. So what Nick was saying earlier about him needing it, this is why we here. I love doing this. I love talking about this nerdy shit because it's in my veins. And I can talk about it hours on end. I really could. You put me in the circle of wrestling, anime, gaming, cosplay, comics, cartoons. I'm there. I'm very what they call well-rounded. So it's my physique, but that's another story. I'm working on that. But I'm glad that I'm able to provide that platform to kind of help people kind of air out, and kind of get away from the realism of what we call life. Because let's face it, without this entertainment space, you probably go a little nutty. Mm-hmm. So I'm glad I was able to provide that. I actually got a text today. Someone was saying they told me in a message. They said, "Hey man, your team, you guys are knowledgeable and you're funny as hell. We're doing a job." And that's what it's all about. So I couldn't do this without the inception of doing this show, and I couldn't do it without this squad. So thank you very much. I thank all the fans who's out there, new and old. If you're new here, remember to go ahead and follow us everywhere you listen to your podcast. Where can you follow us? Well, you just go to IG. Go to IG, go to Blurred's Eye View, and they have the link tree in the bio. And in the link tree, you'll find the Facebook page, Blurred's Eye View Podcast, where you can give us stars to help fund this platform and give you more produced content, because I'm thinking about cloning myself because the world might be ready now. You can also listen to us on Opulence Radio.
I need two.
So you can also check us out on Opulence Radio along with Room for the Blurs and Get Big Podcast and How the Frack We Got Here. We lead the charge on Thursdays on Blurred Out Thursday, so stay tuned. You'll hear more of us on Thursdays, Mondays on Man Cave Monday, and I want to say on Fridays as well. You can also listen to us on Twitch. You can check us out on Twitch. Not so much worried about Twitch, but then again, it doesn't hurt. It doesn't hurt. You can follow us there. You can listen to us anywhere you listen to your podcast, and you can also check us out. If you are not checking us out, and you should, go to Always Press Record TV, alwayspressrecord.com. We are a proud partner of Always Press Record TV. You can watch us on Roku and Amazon Fire, and you can just download that little app and watch us anywhere in your house, on your Roku device, Amazon Fire device, wherever you got it. You can also check us out at Otaku Noir. We are a proud affiliate of Otaku Noir, the #1 blurred mystery box company. Shout out to Hanif and Kay out there doing their great thing, because
y'all ain't ready for that next one, bro.
Oh boy.
Oh, y'all
ain't ready for that next one.
It's always fire.
It's about to go
I got mine.
Look,
I'm waiting.
Things is happening. So if you go to otakunoir.com, use the discount code Blurred's Eye View, and you get free shipping for that project, or for that box. It's a quarterly box. You'll never be disappointed about the contents that's coming in it. You find something to read, something to color, something to draw, something to use in every box. They're made by Blurreds for us, just like us, in all that great stuff. And also shout out to our partners over at ultimatewireless.com. That's ultimate-wireless.com, ULT_wireless _ENT on Instagram. But yeah, man, thank you again for tuning in, everybody. Thank you for the crew over here. Mm-hmm. Just for y'all know, Montel and Nix, they are honorary crew members. So every now and then the ship stops by port, picks them up, we hang out, and then we do our thing, So we're like, they have ships too. And it's like an armada out here. I feel like I'm out here. I feel like Nathan Fillion. I feel like Captain Reynolds. I do. I feel like Captain Reynolds. Got a nice crew. We ragtag, but we get the job done. So there it is. Comments are still going. Thank you, Verb. 1000% love. Tell a friend. Show your love on the YouTube channel. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that notification bell. Let's get those numbers up because YouTube has just now changed it where it's more feasible to get more listeners and get monetized. Right?
That's the delirium setting in.
That's the delirium setting. He got the rookie scream. But like I say, man, remember to educate yourself and others, entertain yourself and others, and most of all, encourage yourself and others. I'm Chris Fury. You'll never forget this voice. You'll never forget the name. You'll never forget this crew. Thank you to all you guys for coming through. Thank you to all the fans out there that's watching us and giving us love, showing us love. Remember, tell a friend and tell a friend and tell that friend. Tell your mama, tell your auntie, tell your grandmammy.
Share with the class.
Share with the class. You know, we out here. So until Thursday, where we will be doing our review of Transformers Rise of the Beasts. Get your PJs, get your bowl of cereal, pretend it's Saturday morning. Because it's getting and coffee.
Right.
Get your coffee.
You'll need coffee.
Because we going in. That'll be 9 p.m. Eastern. You can catch us every Tuesday at 8:30 p.m. Eastern on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. And Thursdays, 9 p.m. Eastern on the same channels. But until then, we are out of here.